the Legend of Fat Bastard, or the Ballad of Fat Bastard. I'm not sure how I'm going to label this on YouTube, but I don't know. It'll be something like that. We started as morbidly obese on an island prison. We were probably put away for our pyromania. You know, arson is not smiled upon, as far as I know, in New England, so didn't work out for us very well, and we ended up in supermax security prison up here. But thankfully, we survived the apocalypse, and, you know, apparently we're quite the mechanics, so we managed to sort of explore this island prison and break into the equipment SWAT team type area. And now we're sitting pretty with, you know, this MBR vest, this riot helmet. There's probably another helmet somewhere around here. Yeah, there's another riot helmet. Sadly, there's not a second vest, but still, those two items seem to be quite good. We also have this Browning automatic rifle, otherwise known as the Bar, which in real life is a very nice weapon and is pretty good here too as well. We also have a fully loaded Ruger Mini 14, which I think is meant to be like a carbine if you prefer. You know, pretty good weapon there as well. And perhaps best of all, we have this Tonfa, which does a solid 14 damage, and if we charge it up, we can zap some people. But we're gonna need some medium batteries for that. But anyway, I think we can go ahead and drop guns and ammo here since we can't learn from it. And I think if I remember correctly, the last time, yeah, we learned all about the fact that the map disappears on us when we leave our island, sadly. And I did some more research into that, and I don't think it's I'm doubling down on it not being like an optimization thing and having way more to do with just it being like a stylistic choice. Because I looked at the PRs for that feature, and it was stated that the head developer specifically wanted a forgetting mechanic, so I disagree with that, but it's not my game, so, you know. There is a CBM, apparently, that is to say these things here that we don't have, bionics, that you can install that increases your memory, your map memory, quite a lot. So, you know, maybe at some point. But anyway, let's look for the solar panel. Am I still holding it, or is it perhaps in the little basket? You see, we found a solar panel on the rooftop of the gun shop. So my goal, I think this is going to be the goal of this character right now. And by the way, I'm willing to take suggestions from Twitch chat. This is very much a sandbox, so I mean, I am not married to any course of action here. But anyway, I think I'd like to build a cool little houseboat to live on. Looks like if we have mechanics 4, we can go ahead and install the solar panel. Of course, we would need we would need a battery or something, I guess, to actually charge the thing. So something occurred to me. I can probably make this thing suck a lot less on the water if we just give it like a sail. But I don't know how to do that. Because if I type sail, it doesn't show up. And this is like a huge problem with the vehicle creation system, is like, unless you have this stuff completely memorized, you know, there's not a whole lot of information being given to the player about how it is he's supposed to build his vehicle. Like, I know that it's possible to stick a sail onto a boat, and you know, it makes it go. Basically, you can go faster in the water. But if there's some kind of thing lacking, if something is not quite set up right, you notice how I'm searching for sail and it just doesn't show up. This would be a gripe. This would be a gripe that I have. And I mean, there's no feedback. I don't know if it's because I have the hand paddles installed and there needs to be like no other no other thing. We could certainly make a sail, see, with 2 sheets or 40 rags, some nails, planks, and something with sewing, which we could easily make. We could easily make like a bone needle or something. But we can't, I mean, there's no point if we can't install it, if we can't figure out what it is that we need to install. So, yeah, I'm at a loss to explain what's required there, and I'm not going to look it up on stream, you know. But with that said, why don't we at the very least take this stuff. When are we going to see some mud streams? What mud would you like me to stream, Adort? I'd like my viewership to be as low as possible, like 3 people watching, you know, maybe less. And that's why I'm going to stream some muds. Actually, I mean, I'm joking, but I did used to play some muds a long time ago. In fact, that's some of the first games that I played as a kid were mods. They're for people who don't know, they're text-based games. It's kind of like playing D&D on the internet, but it's all imagination. Still fairly active. Do you know the difference between a moo and a mud? Because I don't think I ever actually learned that. It's kind of an interesting distinction, if I remember correctly. But it's just I don't quite. There isn't much. I see. Do you happen to know how to put a sail on my little houseboat here, on my bike boat? I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this frame because this is bugging me. Remove all other attached parts first, okay. I'm going to install... Oh, we need nails. Whoops. I'm going to install an unbroken frame because it was damaged from that big beefy, you know, big beefy zombie smashing it. Also, let's make a fire real fast and make some clean water. Just duct tape the sail onto the raft thing. Well, I guess that makes sense. But I don't understand how we're supposed to see the crafting menu won't let us do it. So I don't actually know how that's supposed to work. Which is why I think that there should be some kind of thing that gives a little more, just a little more information, you know. This would never be an issue in a text game. Well, text, you know, muds actually, it's funny, I mean, I know you're probably joking, but there is like a help feature in muds usually that's pretty clear about, you know, the commands and how they're used. So I mean, kinda, man. Kinda. Alright, drag all this stuff back to our little cell. I did not mean to drag it onto the... I'm screwing this up. I didn't mean to drag it onto the earth that we got earlier from our pit digging extravaganza, so let's pull this stuff over here, but not the 195 soils. And the rocks can stay too. Not sure how to make it pull all these wires at once. But yeah, we're basically hoarding a giant pile of things. Oh wait, I've gone too far. Hello. Zombie cop. He came from somewhere. Boom! Hells yeah! We shot him with the Ruger Mini and we one-shotted him. That's quite nice. Let's pulp the corpse. Sadly, he has no you know, stuff on him. Oh wait, no, he had a Glock. For some reason, he must have died on this barbed wire fence. See, look at all this crap that's here. That's kind of cute. He also had a heavy-duty flashlight. That is huge, and a cash card, which we could probably make some good use of. So, I mean, we're kind of moving up in the world. A little disturbing that we still haven't killed all the free-range zombies on this island, but I think we'll be okay. Okay. We'll unload the Glock, unload that magazine, try to keep everything unloaded, unless we need it. I'm actually going to keep all my guns and armor and stuff in one pile right there. Okay, cool. Need to drop some stuff. Huh. Yeah, I can just leave my... Well, first of all, I've got some casings here that we can drop. Pick up these nails. I guess I'm holding like a lot of these silly little lockpicks and things. We could go ahead and explore the the rest of the island, but let me go ahead and use some of these makeshift bandages. Except it looks like we're already bandaged in most of the spots. Yeah, we're fine. Is there anything to read? No, not really. Okay, well before I do that, I'm gonna add that frame and the wheel back to this thing. Again, I don't know how to add a sail to it, so we might have to just deal with being a bit slow on the high seas for the time being, unless we could somehow add a wooden cart wheel. Yeah, unless we can somehow add an engine to this thing, which I think will make it go faster both on land and the sea. Kind of hard to say. To say that the vehicle creation system in this game is bloated would be quite the understatement, I think. I think what we want more than anything, if we want to make this thing work, is I think we want to get a welder together. That would be pretty good, considering that would open up the steerable wheels to us. Can a sandbox type game even be bloated? Well, kind of. And that's a really honestly, that's a really interesting game design question, and that's one of the reasons why I really like streaming in general, is because these kind of questions come up, and we can kind of explore them together. Smash this C9 corpse. Smash this fresh C9 corpse. They're all dying on the barbed wire. But yeah, I mean, sure, it's a sandbox game, so does that mean that it cannot be bloated? I would argue that yes, it can be bloated. This is a kennel, I guess. You know, in terms of like the interface needs to, you know, there's a lot of things that can be mitigated. Like the interface, if done properly, can not 100%, but pretty well mitigate a lot of problems with bloat. Yeah, Aramet, that's pretty much my view as well. Everything in the game seems bloated, but still somehow interesting. Definitely true in my mind. Bunch of corpses here. I must have killed this stuff before, I guess. I mean, I see everything's unlocked, so I had to have. I mean, not this part of the prison. We haven't unlocked that yet. And this is Gen Pop is what this is. Yeah, we found this before. Power lathe. I still would like to know what exactly that does for me. I know the drill press gives us drilling, hard to say with the power lathe what quality that gives in game. Okay, and this was the laundry. I'm going to take this dryer out because I am curious what we get. Whoa, crap. What's happening? It's taking forever to shove this thing because there's like, I shoved it into a bunch of nasty zombie crap. So we'll move all this stuff out of the way. Okay, so we're just shoving this outside. We're going to deconstruct. Small electric motor, heating elements. Okay, we need those. We need those to make a welder, so that'll be really handy. I still don't know exactly how it is we're going to... Oh man, we should make a crossbow. I don't know exactly how it is that we're going to, you know, get all the stuff online that we need to make a really fancy vehicle. And I don't know how it is that we're going to get batteries for our welder. We're probably going to have to go back to the mainland for stuff like that. This is weird that it's like, it takes, oh, I see, it's because there's a corpse in the way. Let's move all these 4 corpses out of the way. Keep disassembling these washing machines out here. But yeah, having the welder is not going to be useful unless we can get the battery as well. Look at this. Heard footsteps. Stop moving items. Let's use our flashlight. Trying to remember... Oh, hey. There's a baton. 4 damage. I want to... What happens if we extend this thing? Activate 11 damage. It's not as good as our tonfa. Anyway, yeah, this leads to an exit. So what we'll do is we'll drag this stuff back to our cell. Maybe tomorrow we'll we will kill these zombies so we don't have to hear them doing stuff anymore, so we can drag stuff back to our base without, you know, look at all this. There was a PR today, or rather an issue on GitHub today, somebody complaining about this. Actually, it was Muffin Drake, who is a guy from the DCSS community, if I recall correctly, a guy who helped me with some Linux issues a while back, and he was complaining about this exact situation, or something similar, actually. He was talking about hearing sounds from a different Z level, which is something that he thought should be sort of ignored by default. And he had made the PR title some kind of like vaguely sarcastic thing, like, oh, you hear a mouse fart in the distance 3 levels away, you curl into the fetal position and cry. And instead of actually, like, you know, treating the issue as something that's like a massive playability problem, one of the devs stepped in and closed the issue and said that the message was from a mod, and that they couldn't help with mods. And he knew it wasn't from a mod. He was just like being difficult. Because I asked him about it. I was like, did you actually think that this is from, you know, the real line, or were you just sort of making fun of the guy's issue? It was just like really, really weird behavior. And I don't know, man. It's just how these people operate, I guess. But it doesn't seem like, I don't know. It doesn't seem to me like a very productive way to run a project, because like that I would say is one of the worst things about CDDA. Whenever you're crafting, whenever you're hauling, whenever you're doing anything, you know, there's that interrupt thing, and there's no, as it stands in the mainline game, maybe there's a mod that helps with this. but like there is, it's a huge annoyance. And what people do, here's the wackiest thing, is what people do is something I've noticed in this game is there's usually some in-game way to avoid the annoyance of you know, some issue, right? Some issue with with the interface. Usually it's an interface issue. There's some kind of in-universe way to deal with that, and the in-universe way to deal with this problem is to have your dude just wear headphones, or not headphones, wear what is it? I know I probably have the recipe. It's ear. I mean, I guess just earplug, noise canceling headgear. Like make some noise canceling headgear so your dude literally cannot hear the noises. Um, and that's like absurd, you know, if you think about it. In a zombie apocalypse, you don't want to be, you know, it doesn't make any sense, does it? Like that a dude would walk around like blocking all of his hearing all the time. He's gonna get eaten by the first zombie that he doesn't notice. You know, it's terrible. But that's just the way it works, I guess. So it's like in my mind, the last thing you want to do is encourage the player to do stuff that just doesn't make a whole lot of a lot of in universe sense, you know, or in real life sense. I mean, in my mind, I think the player should be sort of pointed in directions that are as intuitive as possible. But I don't see that playing out, you know, in this game all that often. Anyway, check this out. I want to make a crossbow so that I have... Ah, crap, it needs a spring. Okay, so... What is a bullet crossbow? Uses stones instead of traditional coral. No, 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 no. Pistol crossbow. That's bad. I guess we'll just make a regular crossbow. I'd like to make a repeating crossbow, but as we learned last time, you know, we found a book that had the bear trap recipe in it, right? But then we found out that springs inexplicably cannot be harvested from beds. In fact, the only real thing that you can harvest them from, as far as I can tell, is lawnmowers. So that's kind of not going to happen anytime soon. So let's make a crossbow. Let's make our 3 long strings, I guess. This will be okay. We need some threads, so I'm sure there's rags for me to cut up, right? Yeah, there are. Okay. Disassemble everything once. This might take 5 hours. Maybe I should turn Z levels off so it moves a little faster. We'd like to find a cell phone or something so the character can see the time of day. Heard crunch, stop disassembly. Yes. From the northeast you hear a crunch. That sounds like something trying to get into my little door here. Should I be concerned? You hear crunch. What could that be? I don't see anything. Curious. Okay. I guess we'll just go back to disassembling rags and ignore the crunches we're hearing. I'm sure that's probably zombie related. But we have a gun in our hands, so I feel pretty good about this. Okay, so the goal, again, is the crossbow. We need 3 long strings. We can make 1. Now, you can actually harvest long strings from windows with curtains on them, but we live on a prison island, so unfortunately, that's really not likely to happen. So we kind of need to make our own strings, which, I mean, it's unfortunate, but we can do it. We just gotta disassemble all the rags first. It's that Cataclysm action, I guess. Although, come to think of it, you should probably be able to get long strings from just from like disassembling sheets or something. I don't know. And I mean, we could just set up shop somewhere a little more convenient so we can get materials without spending so much time disassembling stuff, you know. Might be a little more interesting. I think if I were to do this start again, I would pretty much focus on leaving the island and never coming back. Oh, it's nighttime. We should stop cutting stuff up. I'm gonna make some clean water and then go to bed. So, some things that can make this game a little more challenging and a little less of just a sandbox. Which is to say, I mean, I'm not saying the game is not challenging. There are things about it. A lot of it seems a bit RNG, but there are things about it that can be difficult. You know, if you try to raid a lab, for instance, you can get springs from car seats. Thank you, Lord of all Cheese. I might go do that. Since I see that a CDDA regular is here, can you explain to me why I can't install a sail on my boat? Because I've been trying to figure this out. Oh no. Alright, this is good actually. I get to showcase something really dumb about this game. Check it out. So randomly, alright, you can just get a cold. Seems realistic enough, fine. If you wear stuff on your mouth, you can feel a cold coming on less often, basically. Like, you are less likely to get sick if you wear like a mouth guard of some sort, like a dust mask or whatever. But it just kind of happens randomly. So let me show you how fun it is to have a cold in this game. You notice you cough heavily, you wake up from your position, you hear a hacking cough. So I go to sleep, you toss and turn. That means I'm trying to sleep, but I can't. Notice I'm still tossing and turning. Now I fall asleep. Now watch this. Watch what actually happens here. Wait until you wake up. And you will randomly wake up like 30 times in the night. And it just says you wake up. You know. The common cold is literal Hitler in this game. Well, it's bad game design is what I think it is. And I don't understand why they would set it up this way, because it's like, okay, you wake up in the middle of the night from coughing, and then what do? If you want to keep sleeping, which you probably do, I don't because it's already almost dawn, but let's say I did, then I just have to like go into the sleep menu again and say I want to sleep again. So why is there not a thing that just lets your dude automatically go back to sleep, you know, if he coughs? And I brought this up in the Discord, and what I was told to do was to, oh, well, just take some cough medicine. And that's another example, and this is really a running theme, I think, with this game, is people find in-universe or in-game ways to avoid what are fundamentally interface problems. And it's like, yeah, it works, but I don't know, man. It seems a little questionable. Anyway, springs from car seats, huh? Well, that makes me want to go. Seems bad. No, I agree entirely. Also, doesn't he? Very nice to see you here, man. And you, Wesley. Thank you for stopping by. Adort. Always good to see you too. I kind of forgot to run through the names of the people in the chat, but please do not feel offended. Literally the sort of thing that birthed the crawl devs philosophy. Yeah, I mean, and, you know, it's sort of easy to ignore the fact that the crawl dev philosophy has some good things about it, but it does, you know. Got to read through this thing. Oh yeah, I sent Wesley a physical description of some characters in my book because he's working on the what do you call it, the book cover. Okay, let's take our Malcolm Rose gaming vehicle and let's go look for cars, I guess. So we're out at the gun store. Oh, let's rebandage our stuff. We're very poor. Whoa, hold on. I didn't mean to take off at a gallop there. Trying to use my bandages. Very poor goes to poor. Very poor goes to poor. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go out into the water again. We're gonna head back towards the town, I suppose. Oh, wait, just kidding. We can't turn on land. I almost forgot. So what we have to do is stop driving, grab this thing, pull it this way, go into the water. Yeah, 2 miles per hour. And then it's time to train. Hell yeah. I'll be around tonight, by the way. Wesley apparently wants to go super mega ham on the DCSS tournament coming up. Personally, I'm of the mind that we can probably win without no lifing it super hard, but I mean, hey, I agree it is better to overdo things than to underdo them. I'm sorry for your condition, Wesley. Yeah, I think a lot of it is that like me and Doesn't-He and some of the other people on the team have been through this a number of times, and it is painful to play a DCSS tournament to the best of your ability. I mean, I joke that Yermak is a vampire because he always wins, but I suspect that he may literally be undead in real life. You know, you think that zombies and ghouls and things are just works of fiction, but I don't know. Yermak makes me wonder. Anyway, I'm kind of avoiding the shoreline. I wanted to sort of ride through the swamp there, but there's trees and crap in the way, so look at my stamina, it's very low. Wait, what's going on here? Flowing deep water, lakeshore deep water. Movement cost 500. Oh, so the movement cost is more in this water. Interesting. I guess it would be bad if I fell out of my boat, huh? Okay, here we go. Now I know when I first started this game, when I looked at the map, I saw this mansion down here and I was like, oh, I want to check that out. But I keep getting incentivized to head towards the town instead because you know, I want to, well, now I want to uninstall some seats from vehicles. So our goal, here's our goal. Our goal with regards to this trip on land today. Oh crap, we're already tired. We're already tuckered out, you guys, probably because being sick. I assume that screws with your ability to boating while sick in the rain. Yeah, that's right. We also have this bike that we set up before. Seems like a bad combination. Well, we can take a nap if need be. I killed all these zombies before. I think we have a pretty decent spot in here. Is there like a chair or something I can sleep in here? Maybe I could just like use this as a base of operations. Yeah, there's a chair. That'd be pretty sick. We need to get a blanket in here, but otherwise we're fine. 2 human corpses, rotten. Okay. Okay, sure. Alright, so the goal. We need to get some car seats. Ideally we get like an engine or two and see if we can't figure out what it's going to take for me to add an engine to this wacky little boat thing I'm building. So the real goal is to get all of our, we want to build a big enough vehicle that we can fit all of our crap in there without it sinking. That would be pretty sweet if we could do that. We have 1 solar panel, maybe we can gather some more? I don't know. We'll see. See, that's an electric scooter. That could be handy. Small electric motor. Medium storage battery. Where's the seat? Motorcycle kickstand. I wonder if that has a spring in it. It probably should. Oh, hell yeah. We powered now, baby. This is a powered vehicle. Legit. Just gonna make a little collection of vehicles on the shore here that we can completely and totally bastardize. And cannibalize, rather. This thing's like got an almost dead battery, is the thing. But I mean, if we could get mechanics to 4, we could totally install a solar panel right on top of it and charge that thing up as much as we need to. That'd be pretty cool. So let me just let's see what we can do. Let's remove the kickstand. You were hurt. Oh god. Wait a minute. It says I'm very cold. I think that means I'm taking cold damage. Your right hand hurts. Oh, we're getting owned. Is Blokes going to participate? I think Wesley is trying to get Blokes to participate harder. Okay, we're getting positioned. We have to take some desperate measures here, I think. Because we don't want to freeze to death now, do we? Let's see if we can't go into this house. It's daytime, so... Hopefully those zombies didn't see me. Let's wear this jacket, which encumbers my body but gives me a little bit of warmth, I think. What's funny is the inside of a car is always temperature controlled or whatever. So, okay, we're going to unload this game system here. That's a battery, that could be handy. And then we're going to drop the game system itself, because why would I play video games? Come on. Yeah, we can play some TS. Book of Classic Literature just for fun. No thanks. You actually can play games. It'll increase your morale, I think. We need to not be so cold. We're still very obese, by the way. Painkillers. I don't think I took any painkillers. That's weird. Okay. We need some gloves, actually, is what we need. Thread, rags, felt patches. I didn't really anticipate cold being an issue in this game, so this is blindsiding me a bit. Let's just try this house. There's a cat. Meow. It's a book that might be useful. Baseball cap. Bifocal glasses. I don't think we really need either of those. Alpha Male Quarterly. There's a lot of copies of this. Alright, so if we cut up the pillow, we get some rags. I think we're going to want to make some gloves real quick. It says we're just chilly now, instead of very cold, so that's good. Light gloves, we need some thread still. Uh-oh. A zombie is here. I think I'm going to try to slap him around. Oh, there's 2 of them. Shit. I'm going to drop my knapsack. I'm going to drop my sling. And this way my stuff won't get messed up while I'm fighting. We have full stamina, so I think we'll be okay. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to fire off any guns. Alright, so we did pretty well there. Tonfa is strong. We also have like 11 strength, 14 total, but 11 from all of our sort of horrible effects right now. Okay, so what I was doing was I was deconstructing that bed. But hold on a second. There's an inhaler, I don't care about that. Sewing kit, that could actually be useful. Boom, we hit the jackpot, baby. This is a small plastic bottle of cough syrup. Let's drink some of that right now. Oh, shit. That's the sleepy kind. Uh-oh. And we have an addictive personality. Are we going to be addicted to cough syrup now? I thought it was non-drowsy. Okay, well hopefully we don't just pass the hell out. So multivitamin, we'll take one of those, I guess. Big mistakes, boys. Don't do drugs, because it's just cough syrup. It's just cough syrup. I dropped this leather jacket. We're going to wear this long sleeve shirt. Hear a crash to the northeast. Dang. Let's wear some of this stuff again. The knapsack, the sling, pick up everything. Pick up the bandage. And we're gonna butcher this leather jacket here. Oh crap, it's just leather patches. Hey Sinjaj, how you Sinjai. Thank you for the follow, man. Much appreciated. Okay, I'm just trying to get like one more rag real quick. Could not salvage a rag. Okay, how about these? The tights. Salvage one rag, perfect. Seems like there's some noise being made off to my east, which is no good. So the goal, as I mentioned, was to make some gloves real quick because anytime we're outside it seems like we're getting cold really, really fast. So we're just going to cut up a rag. That's unfortunately going to take like an hour. Not sure why it takes so long, but it does. Lots of noise in the meantime. You hear a crash, you hear a smash, you hear whumps. This slows down the game, by the way, whenever you hear a bunch of stuff. Alright, here we go. Combat sewing is what I call this. Oh man, we messed up, we need more rags. That sucks. Sometimes you destroy like components, which of course is no good, but it is what it is. By the way, let's get this cough syrup. It is handy, even if it is a bit addictive for our easily addicted man. Continue deconstructing the bed. We're going to cut that thing up. We're going to get some rags from that. Soon our very crappy makeshift gloves will be done. There we go. So the way this works is it makes this item called In Progress Pair of Light Gloves. We just pick it up and then we activate it. For some reason we're wielding the light gloves, we're going to wear them instead. Does that give us any warmth? 20 warmth? That's pretty good, I guess. That should be enough to keep us from taking damage, I think. Tinted sunglasses. I mean, that seems like something he would do, Wesley. I could add that in, to be honest. I'm not opposed to that. That doesn't seem out of character for him, because he wears ridiculous stuff. Talking about my book here. Okay, a talking doll. We don't really care about that, but we do care about the battery inside. Ultralight disposable battery. Batteries are pretty handy. Internal combustion fundamentals. That looks like that could be useful. I like gaining mechanics skill, which is what I assume that does. A soldering iron, I like that too. Dude, let's see what this thing is exactly. Oh shit! Oh shit! Can bring your mechanics skill to 8. That's 2 away from the maximum, but we need mechanics skill 4 to understand it, so we need to gain 1 more level of mechanics. That's really handy. Wow, that has some good recipes in it too. That's the jackhammer. That's handy as hell. And a blade trap? I wonder if that's good. You literally invented that and had no idea until just now. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the fun thing about being about writing. About writing books is like, sometimes less is more. Sometimes leaving things out is good because the reader will invent details and they're going to be way more entertaining than anything you could come up, in terms of like the descriptions of characters. There's a mop here. There's Adderall, antiseptic. That's useful. In fact, I don't have any messed up, like infected limbs yet, but I think this makes things heal faster. And I mean, I'm very hurt. So why don't we go ahead and use this on our 3 most hurt limbs, which is our left arm, our right arm, and our left leg. And you'll notice if I hover over left arm, it says bandaged, poor, disinfected, average. So yeah, I haven't tested this. I haven't like looked it up, but I'm 99% sure this makes your stuff heal faster. So should be good. Should be helpful. Oh, that's awesome, Wesley. I kind of figured you would know it, but provide the information anyway. This is it's a cornucopia of books. High Explosives Quarterly, Dance, Dance, Dance. I assume Dance, Dance, Dance is a dodging book. So we read them. We're not actually reading them. We're looking through them, basically. That takes dodging to 1. We already have 3 dodging, so that is worthless to us. High Explosives Quarterly. Chapter of this book takes 8 minutes to read. Contains 1 crafting recipe. 40mm pipe launcher. Can bring launchers to 1. Interesting. Okay. It's a sweatshirt. Is that gonna... Oh yeah, that makes me hampered. We'll drop that. Still, man, books are always nice. Books are quite nice to find. Oh, gross, there's tofu in here. There's no way I'm going to subject my very obese fat bastard to that. A steak knife. What kind of knife are we using right now? I'm probably just using the thing that's in my toolbox, right? And that gives 11 butchering, but no fine cutting. 1 cutting, no fine cutting. So we're going to take that steak knife because that gives us fine cutting. That means we can dissect things now, which could be quite useful. There's a funnel. That's good for collecting rainwater. Cast iron frying pan. Do we already have one of those? I don't know. Alright. I need to pay a little more attention to what is going on here. There's a pole to my north. There's going to be like a billion zombies in there. So we don't want to go there. I don't want to lose track because the thing is, like in this game, it is so easy for you to lose sight of what it is that you're doing. And we don't want to do that. We need to really focus in on what is our goal on the mainland today. And like I said, it is to disassemble car seats, and it is to try to find maybe some car batteries, motors, that kind of thing. I don't know exactly what I need to make my super cool boat bicycle thing into a viable place to live, but doggone it, we're gonna try our best. We're gonna grab the things that appear to make sense. All right. So what I was doing before was I was taking this thing off, and then I got very cold. I think we should be okay now. So remove kickstand. If heat goes to very cold again, we'll stop doing that and maybe take a nap. No, we removed it. Okay. So what happens if you cannot disassemble this? You do not have the necessary tools to disassemble any items here. I betcha I need a welder to do that, and that may just be for the motorcycle kickstand. I don't know why it is it wouldn't show me what I can disassemble it into. Kind of hard to say. But, Anyway, we'll take the battery. We'll take the motor. Which takes a while, apparently, to pull out. Kind of interesting what takes a while and what doesn't. We'll take the controls out. Hey, Asimov, what's up, man? Welcome to the CDDA stream. And we'll take the control unit, I think. I don't know what all of this I'm going to need. But, let's put all this crap into the vehicle. Seems to still go. I don't know if that draft is low enough at the bottom right. There's still the problem of me being kind of unsure if this thing is going to be able to float or not. But we're just going to kind of assume it can until I do the necessary research. I think I was told that the draft needs to stay above like 0.4 or 0.5 or something. I don't know. But anyway, we got some stuff, but we still don't have the car seat that we want to cut up for a spring. How goes the run? Well, in CDDA, if you're alive, it's probably going well. So, it's going well for now. Okay, check this out. This is kind of an interesting aspect of the game, is that I can sit in the back here and examine the vehicle, and from this position I can uninstall things, so even if they're in the front. Now this is like some wreckage where they sort of combine two vehicles. Let's see, is there a seat anywhere? Or is it all just destroyed? I don't even know where to look, to be honest, because this is all just a total mess. I see a seat belt. I see a seat. Remove attached seat belt first, okay. Okay, seat. Takes a little while. I'm a car seat now. I identify as a car seat. We'll drop that. We'll butcher it. All right, the very helpful Twitch chat. Who was the guy? What was the name of the guy who suggested this? It was a while ago. It was a bit belated, me actually acting on this, but Lord of All Cheese, I think. Yeah, he said you can get springs from car seats. We finally got some springs, so we'll cut this thing up. No, I don't need to stop cutting things for the sake of a brainless zombie. Oh, we've been cucked. You fail to recover spring from the seat. X2. That's a little bit frustrating. Yeah, it's a little bit frustrating. Perhaps a lot frustrating. Nice. Nice. Well, this was the wreckage of two vehicles, so is there like another seat, perhaps? kind of looking up in this direction. Shutter door, wheel hub assembly. Where would the front of that car even have been, I wonder? Doesn't look like it has a car seat. Perhaps if I was a little better, a little more used to this, I'd be able to just sort of glance at all this ASCII and have a really good idea of what's what, but I'm not anywhere close to that good. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's not another seat to be had. That's okay though. Maybe like a battery that I could take? I mean, this thing it's wreckage. It's completely destroyed basically. There's a diesel engine, but I doubt there's well, no, it says there's diesel to be drained from this thing. So we could, if we had like a tube or a rubber hose, we could siphon the diesel out and possibly put a diesel engine on our boat. But we're trying to save the planet here, so I think we'll go solar. Even if solar is kind of a meme energy in real life, it's supposedly, from what I hear, pretty good in this game. Okay, I see, with my eyes, I see 4 car seats here. I see there is a brainless zombie there, he won't bug me. Car engine fails to start. I wonder what the deal with this vehicle is, because it looks pretty intact. Security system is not repairable, that's great. The car has no wheels anyway, so it doesn't matter if the engine starts, really. We just want the seats. So, I bet I can't take the seat until, yeah, we gotta get rid of the seat belt. Reclining seat. Is a reclining seat the same as a regular seat in terms of springs? Fat zombie spotted. Stop interacting with vehicle now, just ignore that. We'll see if he comes to me. We have the doors closed, so. Okay. So here's something that's kind of annoying. I can't butcher it if it's in the vehicle. I have to move it over here, and this, because I'm no longer in a car seat, suddenly I'm allowed to butcher it. I guess it kind of makes sense because there wouldn't really be room in the car, but I don't think that's intended. I think it's just kind of a side effect of the way the game works. Okay, okay, we got 1 spring. Bro, hold on a minute. Are these springs supposed to be super duper massive or something? This thing is like 5, 6, 7 pounds. That's a heavy duty spring, man. Alright, Wesley, feel free to ask any questions that you have. I know this is a CDDA stream, but as usual, I'm very happy to help people with anything, really, especially DCSS. You know. Okay, well, we have our spring. I wanted to bring home a couple, like I wanted to cut up a few more car seats, and I guess we could. Actually, yeah, you know what, we're going to drop this spring. Wait, what happened to my Tonfa? I no longer have my Tonfa. Did I drop that somewhere? That's not good. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of all these seats. And we're gonna get all the springs this vehicle has to offer, and we're gonna take them home. And we might just make a whole lot of bear traps, because I hear those are quite nice. I wonder if I could set bear traps inside my vehicle, and then if zombies try to get inside, they get bear trapped instead. Might be kind of cool. Okay, that's another car seat. It's car seat number 2. Rottweiler spotted. The Rottweiler should leave us alone, I think, if I'm in this car. Okay, 1 more car seat to get. little surprised there's not more zombies here, but we definitely had to fight through a few. We're kind of seeing them off in the distance, but... Okay, 3 seats here. Let's disassemble. Oh, there's quite a few zombies out there. I'm hoping that they leave us alone, because we don't have our tonfa to physically fight these dudes. Okay, here's the last seat. Cut up the last seat. Dangerously close. Stop disassembly. Oh, we're dead tired. Uh-oh. We could pass out any moment. Okay, I'm gonna pull this dude over this way. Okay, did I leave the tonfa in here? Yeah, there it is. Okay, that's all right. We will just put that thing on. I didn't drop my... Oh, 27 damage, hell yeah. I didn't drop my sacks and stuff, but this is probably going to be fine. There we go, he's dead. Yeah, that was easy enough. Okay. Dead tired. I don't know, man. Should we pass out in the gun shop? We don't have a blanket in there, so for all I know, we could freeze. In theory, I could take a nap inside of a vehicle, which I think... Is this technically a bed? I wonder. It looks like a bed, but I don't see anything. This right here. Heavy-duty frame roof bed is a bed, That's wild. So technically we could sleep there, and I think even though it's wreckage, we would be considered to be in a vehicle, therefore temperature controlled. But it seems a bit reckless. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna do that. I want to take my springs and go back to my island, but I'm dead tired, so my dude is going to pass the hell out if I'm not careful. I think I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna grab the stuff. We're gonna make it to our little boat. Okay. Springs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's also gasoline on the ground, I guess. Can't pick up a liquid. Wonder how that got spilled. I guess the zombie probably messed it up. Okay, just hauling this away. Nice. Okay. We're gonna risk, I guess, trying to make it all the way back to our island. We have the springs. We're gonna have a repeater crossbow by the time we well, a little bit after we wake up after sleeping. All right, let's find out if this thing can still go in the water. It can. We're not sinking. It's going to be a little bit of a slow ride, but I'll take it. Now what I'm curious about is, like I said, your temperature control or whatever inside of regular vehicles. Is the game written such that just because this is a vehicle and there's a seat, even though this is like an open air, crappy, strange little bicycle boat type deal, am I safe to sleep here and not freeze to death? That'd be kind of interesting if that was the case. I mean, I seriously doubt it works that way, but maybe. You never know with this game. IRC, you need a roof as well. Well, a very substandard mechanic created this vehicle, and so it does not have a roof. So we're a little bit out of luck on that one. I don't know though. This may very well be our last slow ass trip from mainland to... Well, that's a prisoner zombie just running free. From mainland to prison and vice versa. Wait until you catch your breath. Oh, hello, buddy. This thing doesn't want to move. Okay, stop driving. Start running. Wield the Ruger, drop item. Oh shit, dude, I am getting owned. I just realized I am out of stamina. So we're gonna have to shoot this guy at point blank range. I think we want to use regular aim. Look how much it's biting me while I'm trying to shoot it. Ignore further interrupt. I don't understand what's happening right now. If I do stop aiming, will it just shoot? How many attacks is this thing gonna get just while I try to aim? Okay, we'll stop aiming. That's ridiculous. We're like almost dead. It's the last trip, maybe. I guess I just use current aim. Okay, so that's the one if you just wanted to fire immediately. Where did these zombies come from, man? I'm a little peeved. Okay. Let's just grab this thing. A crappy welcome home party. Yeah, man, this is my home. I was supposed to be okay. Let's wait until we catch our breath. Stamina. That's the second time stamina has almost gotten me killed. Stamina is the true killer in this game. Fell into the shallow water. Well, that's not good. Destination area is full. I don't want to leave my tonfa here. I guess I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna use my bandages real fast because we got some of those cut up. All right, so we've learned the lesson. Don't try to aim, even to average, when there's a dog eating you, I guess. Lower your stamina gets the slower you are. Oh, really? So as the bar goes down, you get slower? Because I thought it was only huh. That's interesting. I thought it was like kind of a binary. Hold on. I'm gonna shove this thing into the water a bit. Oh my god. You know what? We're just going inside. We're very cold. I can go grab this thing later. I know where it is. Is this actually where my house is? Where's my house? We've forgotten the layout of the prison already. But I remember. I, the player, remember. In we go. What? There's just a beaver chilling out next to my chilling out next to my cell. He's coming for me. Oh my god. Oh right, I took animal discord, so the beaver does not like me. Beware of beavers. Beware of angry beavers. Okay. Before we pass the hell out, let's make some water. Man, our left leg's gonna break if we're not careful. I think that we'll finish up this water, drink, and then just go to bed. Okay, so we're tired as hell. One last thing I want to do is, like, there's too much light here. Technically it's daytime and it's still the afternoon, so we're going to have to make a blindfold. So first we make a bandana. Then we make a blindfold. Then we wear the blindfold, which takes away all of our sight. And we go to sleep. Alright, so we're not dead. We don't have a broken leg, although we're quite close to it. In fact, we got almost as close to the broken leg as possible without getting a broken leg, although it just went from the slash to the line, which means it healed a little bit. Actually, I think it can get to a colon, and then it's almost broken, but not quite. But still quite dangerous. Turns out that pressing the ignore button is no good. Oh, sweet, here we go. You hear a hacking cough. Hell yeah. Note how your speed was 50 when you killed the dog. Pain and being cold. Yeah, pain seems like the true killer. Seems like the true killer in this game. Like you stub your toe and your character doesn't wanna do anything. Can I take this thing off? No. Yes. No, it's not dark yet. I guess I should probably, drop my antiseptic and my cough syrup. I guess I'll take some more cough syrup since I just woke up from coughing. I should use antiseptic on my left leg at least. I really need that to heal. They're still very obese, so I don't need to eat anything. Wow, I passed out even though it was bright outside. That's okay. I don't need the blindfold on for this. Man, our guy's having a bad couple of days. He's sick as a dog. He's still fat as hell, despite his best efforts to lose the weight. He almost got eaten by zombie canines. Not just regular dogs, but like huge muscular cop dogs. What else? I don't know. He's had a rough time. He built perhaps the worst boat of all time, which is having a very, very rough time toting his 400-pound ass around. I wonder if I'll be able to go faster on that thing once my character loses the weight. I mean, that would be good to hear if that was possible. Very dark around dawn. All right. We're not wearing a blindfold, it just happens to be this dark. Okay, let's use our bandages. Luckily, I had the foresight to make a bunch of boiled bandages, and the cool thing is that as I use these, if you look at my first aid, which is on the far left below interaction skills, it's going up slowly as I use these things, so I could sort of farm it up, grind it up. But one, that's not very good streaming content, and two, I just don't want to. Although I will say that's one of the flaws, I think, with the game. Let's drop these books. Bring your dodging skill to 1. Well, I guess we didn't need to carry that with us. Pair of swim fins. Hell yeah, I can bring my swimming up. That could actually be useful, I guess. Although none of these books, I'm not really interested in any of these books, except for the internal combustion fundamentals. That's going to be awesome. We just need to figure out how to get our mechanics up. Now, if I could make, here we go, mechanics 3, I could make some pipe rifles. Oh, hell yeah. Bro, all this needs is a pipe, a plank, and scrap metal. That's awesome. That's all like super, super common materials. I'm going to make one and see how much that boosts my mechanics skill. I bet if we make like 3 of these, we'll be just dandy. Or even 2. I think we gained some mechanics skill taking the seats out of the car. Okay, we'll disassemble these. We definitely don't need crappy pipe rifles. Oops, I don't want to disassemble the pipe. I want to disassemble the pipe rifle. Well, yeah, we just went to mechanics 4. Okay, I see we are very cold. I've had it with this. I'm gonna wear the down-filled blanket. Wait, no, we'll wear the regular blanket for aesthetic reasons. Something's going on. My legs are cold. Pair of leg warmers. We'll make those. I have never, in all my test runs of this game, I have never had such a problem with being cold. Oh shit, our leg is broken. Our leg got broken. Both of our legs are broken from the cold. That happened very quickly. You're supposed to automatically stay warm when you're sleeping, so that must have happened while I was crafting those rifles. I don't know what to do about that. I have never had to deal with broken legs. I think we build a splint. Do we activate the splint? Splints and tons of rest. So we just wear the splints? Do I wear 2 splints because I have... Okay, yeah, it says leg splint left. I feel pretty dumb, although it is kind of goofy that my legs just broke because it was too cold. I've never heard of such a thing happening in real life. Okay, that's confusing. Okay, it says... What? It put it on my left leg again. Can I not wear 2 splints at the same time? One on the left, one on the right? Okay, I'm deeply confused. That's got to be a bug, right? What a weird bug that would be, though, if you have 2 broken legs and you can't change the leg via the inventory window. Change side. I see. I see. Thank you, Eat My Ferret. That is helpful. A little weird that it wouldn't automatically go to the one that it needs to be on. Hey, Gary Burton. I see you found a solution to DCSS streaks not taking long enough. What, by playing CDDA instead? Is that the suggestion here? Alright. Hey man, I have a 50 streak. I have the world record, and until somebody wants to challenge me, I'm good. I'm good on those, man. Let's activate our flashlight. Turn that thing off. It's already daylight hours. Alright, you guys, I have to say, I think we're not going to be making any trips to the mainland for a very long time. So now this is interesting. Because this is broken, it says it needs a splint or surgical attention. It's already splinted. I don't think bandaging will help it at all. So you assume your bones just gave out from your weight rather than the cold. That is bullying, man. That is brutal, brutal bullying. I can't approve. Although I guess it's probably true, to be honest. Alrighty. Our dude is homebound for a while. Thankfully, we have this gigantic tank of water, dude. We do not have to leave this room for a very long time if we don't want to. We don't have any food, but we're obese. Actually, hey, we went down from very obese to obese. Soon we'll just be overweight. So, it's pretty cool. Alrighty. Nevertheless, I think we're going to be just crafting for a while. So here's what we can do. Check it out. We took our mechanics to 4. We could take it to 8. So this is not going to be fun for our character. In fact, it's fun -1 for the internal combustion fundamentals. But you know what? I don't care. That angry beaver is still outside, I think, wandering the island, hungry for my flesh. So I wonder how long it takes for the legs to heal. Heard footsteps, stop reading, ignore. Heard footsteps. I don't care about the damn footsteps. I know there's a zombie out there. It's fine. We have guns. We're pretty safe. I have to wonder if the game... I have to wonder if the game is cheating a little bit. Insofar as... Like, I have to wonder if it's just spawning stuff on this island, you know? Rather than like actually, you know what I mean? Rather than really having been there from the beginning of the game. Now that you have the longest DCSS streak, you're going to be the first person to win a CDDA game. Yeah, sure. Notwithstanding the fact that this game doesn't really have an ending, which I know is the joke, but I don't know. I think what I'm going to do with regards to streaming CDDA is it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be more of like a, what does Twitch want to see me do? Like, set little tiny goals for myself in the session. Just kind of chilling out a little bit, you know. Do I have wander spawns on? I do not. So I think what that means is that, you know, there's no such mechanic, you know. It says I'm warm now. I feel so confused about the heat mechanics of this game. I guess we'll drop the blanket. Now the legs are cold. Dude, this is I guess when I wake up I'll make like another pair of leg warmers to wear. We're wearing pants, they're just kind of ripped up. Press the plus sign to see your clothes and heat better. Thank you, Donimo. I will do that. Let's do that now. Interesting. This is a screen I haven't seen before. So it's clear from this like blue -55 that my legs are too cold. Oh, my pants got completely destroyed at some point and I just didn't notice. I am pantsless. I am running around in a mostly ripped up pair of briefs, which is perhaps not so good. Also, my arm warmers are kind of messed up. Press tab on that screen to cycle slots. Pressing tab and nothing is happening. I can go up and down though. I think the warmth of the arm warmers is unaffected by the fact that they're kind of ripped up left and right. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's left and right. Much appreciated, by the way. Thank you. Okay, so we need pants. Can we make pants? No. Jeans, we can't make jeans. Well, I tell you what we could do is we can make another pair of leg warmers. Well, we need to take off our blindfold. Leg warmers. Yes, I'm aware that our legs are extremely encumbered. I think 50 is the magic number. -50 warmth is the magic number where you're taking damage. Obviously, we don't, you know, it will not behoove us to have frigid damage-taking legs, because if we do that, then, well, they're never really going to heal from being broken, are they? So, I would like to have a pair of pants, though. I guess we could try to raise our tailoring by just making leg warmers over and over. Until we can actually make a proper pair of pants. Can't wear 3 or more pairs of leg warmers at once. But I'm not wearing 3 or more. I'm wearing, oh, okay, I'm wearing 2, so I can't wear 3 or more. Okay, fine. Okay, we'll make some arm warmers. What's our tailoring at? We'll wear the actual arm warmers that are not broken, and we'll drop the damaged ones. Just gonna sort of train this up here. Skill training guide, a minimalist's skill training guide. There's a good list for grinding. Well, I'm trying to avoid grinding as much as possible. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because we're kind of in dire need of a pair of pants, which is an interesting thing to be in dire need of, but you know, what are you going to do? Trying my best here. Okay, tailoring 99%. Maybe if I cut up these leg warmers. Yeah, that trained fabrication for some reason. Ton of striped clothes in there. Yeah, I did check the laundry room. We were disassembling whatchamacallits. We were disassembling washing or perhaps drying machines, dryers for heating elements. There we go, tailoring too. But we can check again, perhaps. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Fat Bastard has a little bit of the PTSD. He doesn't really want to leave his prison cell. He'll be a good boy and stay in there for a good long while, I think. All right, I can make panties. I cannot make pants. No, I've left the island. I remember. Oh, you haven't seen this. I built this crazy bicycle boat thing. We've made several trips to the mainland, which is one of the reasons we were freezing to death up there. But we found a solar panel. We found. I mean, part of that is why we have so much ammo because we raided this gun store right here. We spent some time in these houses. I didn't really want to go too far north because of this pool. Then there's also this apartment tower, which I think has a turret nearby. I think they always have turrets. There's also this collapsed office tower I wanted to check out at some point. But we really haven't made a whole lot of progress on the mainland. Yeah, the lake is a little confusing. I don't understand why you would build... I've mentioned this. I don't understand why you'd build a prison where you could just... I could swim this. In real life, I could swim this. And I'm not even like a swimmer. That's not very far at all, is it? Another one to the south, another what? There's a mansion to the south, is what there is, and I really want to check that out. Oh, you mean there's another lake? Oh, there's a lighthouse down here. I'd like to check that out. I've never been to one of those. There's a garage out in the middle of nowhere here, and a gas station, which might be a good source of gasoline. What I'd like to do, what would be kind of cool is like instead of... Actually, I just noticed this. Instead of the solar panel plant, I wonder if we could just like get as much gasoline as we'd ever need. You don't need that much water to stop non-swimmers, Malcolm. That's true. Lighthouses have great loot. Well, I think I'm focused on unscrewing my leg situation here. Wonder how long I need to have these splints on. There's been no real indicators yet. But I tell you what we're going to do is we're just going to keep reading our internal combustion fundamentals, because that's going to... I mean, we're going to be an expert on vehicles by the time our legs are unbroken. Oh, wait a minute. We're tired. We're dead tired. That's making our intelligence absolute crap. So we will put on the old blindfold. Okay. Hacking cough. I guess we'll take the cough syrup. Don't care about the footsteps. Maybe I should make some noise canceling. Was it the cold that broke your legs? Yeah, I was crafting and I didn't realize that the cold was so bad. And by the way, that is something that should be fixed in the game if you ask me. Like, I think that if you are literally taking damage, and this is the wildest thing to me, like I hear a zombie walking around 4 miles away and I get interrupted. I'm literally dying of hypothermia and there's no interruption for that. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining too much, but this game has its priorities completely ass backwards. I mean, just from a game design standpoint, I don't understand why one would be true, but not the other. It does interrupt on taking damage. I think there's something going on there. I did press I for ignore, but I will the I button, the I key will ignore similar kinds, as far as I can tell, of interruptions. And I don't know if it's like the damage is just not a high enough priority or not, but as far as I can tell, and please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, if you try to ignore a zombie walking around, then your guy will proceed to ignore like dying of the cold, you know. I don't. I mean, I haven't. I don't know. That's what it seems like to me, anyway. I would love to do a little bit of a code dive at some point and verify that, though. No, the Z9 definitely didn't break them because I remember, like for a fact, looking and being very glad that nothing was broken. It's just that I was crafting the pipe rifles because I was really excited to get my mechanics skill up so I could read that book, and that's when they broke. I'm totally sure. So that was it's a fun situation, I guess. I wonder if we can make this repeating crossbow. We need to get our springs. Okay, I think I'm gonna run the risk of going outside. It's around midnight. Let's go grab one of our springs, I think. Can I, should I use my bandages, perhaps? Yeah. Woke up at 2 bars, then suddenly they broke. Yeah, I guess, man. The game doesn't give you a whole lot of warning for that kind of thing, I really don't think. But hey, at least our torso and our head are mostly okay. Pretty soon we're going to be like the Black Knight in Monty Python or whatever. Okay, we're going to risk it. I want to kill that damn zombie anyway. The one that's making a racket all night. Because that is pretty annoying. Glad we found this flashlight, by the way. Maybe I can pull my boat a little closer. Oh, there he is. Bye-bye, brother. Is this thing pulped up here? Yeah, it is. Just gotta craft yourself a wheelchair. Is that real? I would believe that's real. It pretty much is, yeah. I built myself like a Walmart scooter plus boat hauls. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Okay. Okay, stop driving. So, I guess we'll take all this crap and put it on the ground. Take the springs. Drop the 4 springs. We really only need the 1. Unless I was going to make some bear traps, that might be interesting. Actually, yeah. Let's just take all the springs, I guess. Having bear traps that we could take like onto the mainland would be really handy. If we could just sort of surround myself, if I could surround myself with bear traps, I think that'd be kind of nice, and we could just slap things to death with the Tonfa. Should I not be messing with bear traps with 2 broken legs? Is there something I should know, perhaps? Some kind of spoilery piece of content that's going to get me killed? Oh, look at that! My legs are too cold again. Does rain make you cold? I mean, it should. Yes, it does. All right. Towel. Can we make a towel? 5 rags. We're really hurting on the rag situation here. Okay, we're going to cut up the makeshift knife. That'll give us 1 rag. Your right foot will be frost nipped in a few hours. I I don't know what to do about that. I guess you can't actually lose your feet, though, so... There should be no shortage of mattresses in prison, that's true, but I'd have to actually go to the... to that area. Thank you for the advice, by the way. The fire is a very, very good idea. Let's cut up this pillow. We're going to make a towel. This will... Check it out, I can activate the towel. Boom. And now it's a wet towel. I'll just drop that, it'll dry off naturally. And that takes away our cold from the... How that down blanket isn't keeping you warm. Well, I'm not wearing it anymore, but it's like it's in the bed. I'm not wearing that because I was actually getting hot with it on. We can wear it again, I guess. But now my feet are actually... It says they're hot, so you just can't win, I guess, in this game with the temperature mini game. I don't know. Like, I take it off and then I'm cold again. We really just need to cover our legs. Like, if we could get a decent pair of pants, I'm like Solomon Grundy over here. Solomon Grundy wants pants. It helps to wear. Well, we haven't developed pants technology yet, okay? One of these days, maybe they're named trousers. No. One of these days, we're gonna become good enough to knit a decent pair of pants. But for leggings, well, we don't have fur pelts and we don't have tan pelts, so that's not happening for us either. Yeah, I mean, pants are a pretty solid choice, I guess. Is it possible for us to... I don't know. I wonder what we could do. Filthy pants are better than no pants. I think our character can't do that. Yeah, I'm squeamish, so I'm literally not allowed to wear filthy clothes. I think my guy gets butthurt about that, so that's not happening. Nice suggestion, though. Could have been good. Didn't find any soap. Actually, yes. I have found soap. Do we have a washboard? No, but I can make one. This idea is getting better and better. Dropped it all in the shower. Did I? Sounds like a rough time, man. Okay, washboard. Activates. You have nothing to clean. Which one of these gives me more warmth? 15, 50, they both give the same amount of warmth. Okay. But the actual regular pants are less damaged. Okay, so we activate the washboard, clean it, you washed your items. Very encumbered, that's fine. Hell yeah. Good suggestion, man. That is solid. I wonder how much of our water we used. We still have a huge tank of it, so that's cool. I wonder if there's any other filthy stuff I could clean that would be useful. Nothing really. I guess the police duty belt could be handy for holding more stuff. Use like 16 units. I mean, it doesn't matter. We have this massive ass tank, so it's not like it's not like I'm gonna complain. It's the dead of night. I don't want to waste all of my flashlight. Why don't we just read until the fire goes out and then go to bed? Cozy life over here. Okay. Remember you asking about the B-Crawl Jivia rework that's up now. Can you tell me a little bit about it, perhaps? I am curious. It's funny because Jivia's been needing a rework in mainline forever, but they just won't do it, you know? It's dawn. It's dawn. Hell yeah. We're no longer tired. Wonder how long we need to wear this splint. I guess I'll find out. I'm going to use, even though I'd rather not use up my antiseptic, we're going to use up one more just on this right arm because I really don't want to risk it breaking under any circumstances. Two broken legs over here, we're already hurt enough. Let's light a fire. Get some clean water here. Make a little bit more clean water, I think. Consume it, consume it, consume it. Very good. Hey, maybe by the time our legs are healed, we will no longer be sick. How about that? That'd be kind of cool, right? Alright, a Jivia altar always appears near the entrance to slime. Okay, reasonable. Jivia gets piety for killing monsters. Probably not necessary, but I see why you would want to do that. Slimify creates friendly slimes. Very good change. And can act on multiple enemies, but only has a chance based on damage done versus enemy hit points. So, okay. So you're kind of making it less of a one-shot. I could see that. You're kind of normalizing it a little bit. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but I can definitely see what you're going for there. So it's probably good, I guess. I guess I'd have to see it in action. Loses duration when it works. Jellies do not randomly spawn. Off-level items are not eaten. Wait, what? Off-level items get eaten when you're worshipping Jivia? That's new to me. I mean, I don't worship Jivia that often, but still, interesting. Also, we're officially out of .223 Remington, so we're not going to be able to reload this Ruger for long. Let's keep reading our internal combustion mechanics. By the way, my guy's very unhappy that he's read internal combustion fundamentals. Guess my focus is kind of low because of that. Okay, jellies eating items does not give piety or restore player hit points or MP to satiation. Jivia grants bonus AC for having mutations. Huh. Well, I think you've kind of gutted the sort of the things that make Jivia interesting, you know? So, if you're trying to make him more like the other gods, then I believe you've succeeded. I'm not convinced that that's like a good, you know what I mean? It's necessarily a good thing to do, but it might be. Let's drink this clean water. I'm just gonna go to sleep. It's fine. Grad Student Simulator 2019. B-Crawl has more ammo, so you can call a jelly and drop a bunch of arrows and make a neutral jelly swarm. Huh. So wait, now hold on. What are you saying that neutral jellies spawn from? So they still spawn from eating items, but the player doesn't really get any kind of benefit other than that for the jellies eating items. Is that correct? Also, we're going to take some more cough syrup so we stop getting woken up in the middle of the night. Yeah, Jivia doesn't randomly spawn the jellies. I understand you got to call them, but what's the point of why summon your own? What's the point? What's the benefit? I always thought it was really cool that that Jivia had this sort of awkward but interesting piety mechanic where it's like you're delaying your god choice, which is pretty much never the optimal thing to do, but whatever. You're delaying your god choice, but the thing is, when you pick up Jivia, you can just skyrocket your ass straight to full piety, which almost kind of makes up for it if you've gone through the extra challenge of getting to the end of lair atheist style, which was always really interesting to me. The only thing that annoyed me about it was that it wasn't guaranteed to have an altar there. Neutral jelly swarm can fight stuff, but they will eat your items. For the early game, well, what do you mean early game? Is it did you put a Jivia altar in the temple? Because I mean, you're well past the early game by the time you're at the entrance of slime. I mean, nobody's gonna care about making a neutral jelly swarm by the time they've finished lair. You know, still useful nor I'm not sold. I mean, I agree, but I don't think that's good enough. I think my instinct, and I'm not dismissing it, but my instinct is that what you've done is you've nerfed Jivia, which I don't think is necessarily what for a 1-star ability. But what you have to do is you have to balance it against the fact that you don't get Jivia until later in the game. You know, way later in the game than other gods. So I think that you know it's a very unique situation. You have to go. If you want to make it more, I think if you want to make it more like other gods and have that make sense, I think you have to make the god available early in the game, like every other god. I personally, I don't think that going in the direction of homogenizing the gods in DCS, I don't think that's the right direction personally. It's your fork, of course, but that's just not necessarily what I would do. I do think you're definitely going in the right direction though, in terms of like Jivia needs some stuff done to it. You know, like it's definitely one of the primary, um, contenders for a rework. Anyway, our dude still has broken legs. He's in a good mood because he set a bunch of fires and he got comfy, whatever that means. I guess it's because I was chilling out in my bed. Good to be comfy. I too get an 80% morale boost from being comfy. Um, with that said, can we bandage? Yeah, we can bandage. Yeah, we can bandage. So the parts of our body that are not flat out broken are doing quite well. We're healing up pretty well. It's the dead of night. I think we're going to extinguish this fire and we're just going to go right back to sleep. Are you wearing a Snuggie right now, Malcolm? I could be in real life. That's the coolest thing about streaming without a face cam is like you don't know. I could be naked. I could be in a Snuggie. I could be wearing like an actual druid robe instead of the reverse druid robe, which is what I like to say the Snuggie is. Um, you know, who knows? It's a mystery. We're just gonna sleep until it's daylight, I think. I might have to look up exactly how long legs stay broken. But we have plenty of things. We have plenty of things to do while we wait for them to heal. Something is making noise. Haha, it's me coughing. Alright. It takes like a week. Oh goddamn, that's a huge amount of time, especially when you're sick. That is slow, damn. Can't I like go to an auto doc or something and have it fixed instantly? I feel like I read something about this. Not that I'm not that I'm likely to find an auto doc anywhere. You sure can. Hmm. Well, you have to actually get to one with broken legs. Yeah, I'm not really inclined to go try my luck at a hospital right now, considering considering my debilitated status. I mean, the funny thing about this game is like once you have a gun, you can kill almost anything, any kind of mundane enemy, but you still have the problem of like hordes of stuff coming on top of you because you just fired off a gun, which makes quite a lot of noise. So check this out. I'm gonna make my repeating crossbow real fast. I wonder if I can make metal bolts yet. That'd be pretty sick. Ah, we messed up. We can't make a long string because we don't have enough rags. I'm gonna go... Hey, it's not raining. Let's go grab some beds, man. Did I take all the beds from here? There's one. Do you have a robe I can break down? I don't think so. Actually, no, there were some short ropes that I neglected to take with me from the seat belts from the cars. I kind of made a judgment call. Perhaps it wasn't the best one. Deconstruct. I think this will give us some rags. Yep. Okay. So we cut up a sofa, we cut up a bed. We'll drag all this crap back to base, which takes a good long while with our broke-ass legs. Jeez. What a sad time this guy is having. Guess I'm not making my repeater crossbow tonight. Wait a minute. We need that clean water before we go to bed. So a lot of this game is just like maintenance, man. Like, you're just maintaining your character, which some might say is a bit tedious. And I guess I wouldn't disagree. Although that is going to be the nature, to some degree, of a sandbox game, I guess. I think if I was in charge of this project, though, I would kind of cut down on that a bit. Like, I would make it the kind of thing where it's like, this is in the very beginning of the game, but later on, you know, I don't know, there's some kind of like CBM that means you don't have to drink anymore, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm sure stuff like that does exist in CDDA, but I think it's like ultra late game, to the extent that like nobody really gets there, you know. Did we drink all of our... Hold on, let me turn on my flashlight. Did we drink all of our cough syrup? I bet you we did. Oh no, there's one more. I guess we'll drink our last cough syrup so we can have one more uninterrupted night and maybe... Oh, hey, here we go. Oh, hey, baby. Look at this. Started recovery. Its damaged limb is slowly regaining its functions. All right. Watch it break immediately again. You know, as soon as it finishes healing. But I assume that status effect means that it's started, that it's almost ready. I don't know. Again, more player feedback, man. That's so crucial. You want to make a game that's really good, that people enjoy. I personally think that obfuscating stuff is a very lazy way of making a game interesting. I think that 99 players out of 100 would rather that tooltip just say, you know, roughly X days until your limb is usable again. And what's the point of not giving that information over? There should be an indicator of your progress somewhere. Yeah, and that's the other thing, is I may just be missing. I may simply be unaware of how that works. There may be a screen somewhere, like Donamo just said, some indicator of exactly how close we are. But I mean, I don't know. I think this is all we get. Started recovery. So I don't know. I guess we could like look here. Splint, broke, break, limb, yeah, health, HP. Like, I don't see any kind of thing on the key binding screen. Score. I don't know. Hey, we've killed 55 monsters. We've taken 483 damage, and we've healed 236 of that. Okay. Anyway, guess I can cut up sheets. That's kind of cool. That just straight up gives us some thread. See, we need to make another long string because we messed up one of our long strings while we were making our repeater crossbow. And obviously we would like to have the repeater crossbow, so the limb health bars will actually become progress bars as they mend. But the limb health bars have been replaced with equals signs as soon as I stuck the splints on. So does that change with the splints still on? Do I take the splints off now that the recovery has started? Because I mean, I don't want to take the splint off and then, you know what I mean? Also, don't remove them. Okay, that's kind of what I figured. I wasn't about to just do that willy-nilly. Okay, where's that repeating crossbow? There it is. It's on the desk. Yes, consume that. Come on, please don't break anything else. Oh, hell yeah. Sick. And it can hold 10 bolts. Hold on, let's look at this thing. Oh, man. Hell yeah. My 2 broken legs, obese man in riot gear, and a homemade crossbow. Crude wooden bolt, huh? A simple wooden game bolt. 4 damage, that sucks. I want the metal bolts. I wonder... I have to wonder... You know, I bet I could take fabrication to 4 really fast by making those. Let's just, I guess I'll use plastic chunks. I can make some of these. The only thing you're missing is the meth. Storm bolter, I bet I can't. I don't have that high of... Yeah, I don't have... That sounds too cool to be something that I can make. Plastic chunk. Okay, so let me look at my skills. Oh, yeah, this is going up fast. Just gained a level. There it is, simple metal bolt. That's the one I wanted. Also, that damage amount was... I wasn't looking in the right place. It says bash 1. That's if you swing with it, I think. This is interesting. It needs thread, but otherwise everything that this needs is, I mean, damn. We could cut up cash cards to get plastic chunks. This is really cool. We can have as many bolts as we want. I am a big fan of this. We officially have a ranged weapon that, you know, that does really good damage, if I recall correctly. I was told the repeater was quite nice. So let's cut up one more thing, which is this rag. And then we're going to make a bunch of metal bolts. And then what I might do is I might go use some zombies for target practice. Like we can... Oh, hell yeah. Let's just make like 50 of these. Use the pipes, I guess. This will also increase our fabrication to 5 probably. Yeah, pretty close. That's what I was saying. Is I'm gonna load up these game bolts to use those up, and we're gonna first of all we're gonna increase our marksmanship, and then we're also inexplicably this counts as a rifle, so I'm gonna have a grand old time shooting through the bars at these dudes, because I haven't opened all of them, and the ones that I haven't opened, of course, have zombies in them. See? Oh shit, that's a beaver, and he's attacking me. What is the beaver doing in the prison? I've had it with you. Well, these are small game bolts, but they're not very good. Alright. I'm gonna kill this beaver. How dare you attack me in my prison? This is the Benny Hill music is what you can picture in here right now, me chasing this beaver down inside the prison. Okay, we killed the beaver. We can do a full butchery of the tiny little beaver. I guess I probably should have... Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop. I'm going to turn off this flashlight. Oh, I cannot wait to kill all these guys. We'll do the full butchery outside. This is going to give us some like sinew and stuff. It might give us a tiny little pelt. I would like to make it into a hat, but I don't know if we have such extreme skill yet. Oh my lord. Look at this. Look at all these. Like, oh, you see a zombie. It's completely incapable of getting to you, but I guess we'll kill the zombies first. Look at this. Ignore, ignore, ignore. I don't know what's taking so long, but okay. Stop catching breath. All right. It's a big problem. Wait until you catch your breath. All right. That's okay. We'll just kill these guys now. Just pick it up, man. Well, it weighs a lot, but yeah, I guess I could put my crossbow in my inventory, but let's just kill these guys instead. I bet our marksmanship is flying up. Should have put on that thing that gives me stats from killing zombies. We have lockpicks. We can open this up. We've destroyed the zombie inside, right? So we want to smash the corpse. And this is cool because there could be some useful loot in these prison cells, or I don't know, there could be like an administrative area I haven't seen yet. By the way, you can recover bolts from the corpses. Pretty handy. Nice. This is the greatest thing I've made this entire game. I mean, just having a crossbow has changed this character's life entirely. I want to pick up these. I'm gonna pick up these bolts up here. At the very least, this gives us access to more beds that we can turn into all sorts of things. So, luckily, I made these lockpicks a long time ago, so I didn't need to have to make any more of them. Take the bolts. Let's turn on our flashlight just to take a look. Sports novel. This is interesting. There's a cop. Unsure what the cop is doing in the jail cell, but okay. He could possibly have some good loot on him, I guess. Yeah, we're not able to do any damage to him because he's got Kevlar on, I bet. So our crappy little game arrow just can't do anything. Maybe the metal one could do it. Possibly. We'll come back with those, maybe. But the goal is to use up these little game arrows first. It's pretty cool. How's our marksmanship? Already 98% of the way to level 2. That's nice. It's a little grindy, but the thing is we needed to, we needed to clear out this prison anyway. Cigarette pack, ceramic shards. No, don't need any of that. I think we really needed to clear this place out anyway, so I'm okay with this. This will make the island a little safer, or at least less noisy, I guess. Um, can turn off the flashlight. Nice. It is kind of, this is one of those things where I'm a little surprised that it works this way. It makes sense for it to work this way, like to let you shoot through the bars. I guess I'm pleasantly surprised that this works how it should. It's like a visitor's chamber of some sort. Oh shit. Hey buddy, there are more zombies in here. As long as our stamina doesn't run out, we should be okay. Famous last words, I know. Our stamina is kind of running out, though. Remember, our legs are broken, so I probably shouldn't be screwing with this. Like, I should probably just bust out my Ruger Mini. And I think I'm gonna. Because my legs are too broken for this to... Yeah. For this to be worth trying to conserve ammo. Just shoot him a couple of times. Says the obese man. I think it has more to do with me wearing 2 splints on my legs than me being obese at this point. Damn, that zombie had a razor blade. He was gonna shiv me. With broken legs. Yeah, there you go. There's the operative. I mean, being obese sucks, but you gotta remember, this character has actually, while being morbidly obese, he's done some pretty impressive feats of physical fitness, despite how fat he is. Top Gear magazine, huh? That's interesting. Hey, a flyer for RivTech brand muscle augmentation. I want some bionics. I don't think we're going to get any anytime soon. Alright, so this is just what zombies do, man. They completely bust up the room. This was some kind of administrative office, I think. Normal crossbow might be better. It trains the rifle skill and not the SMG skill. Oh, yeah, you might be right. You're probably right. I didn't realize. Does it say SMG? Whoops. Although you gotta reload the normal crossbow every single time, which is kind of annoying. But I see what you mean. That's really not a bad idea. I wonder if the regular crossbow does more damage. Crossbow. Where can I see the base range damage? It says 17. Base range damage is 12 times 0 equals 6. Let's say 12 times 0. Then, of course, the game bolts have that. Interesting. Did I get a string? What do you call it? A spring together for no reason whatsoever? Because it turns out the crossbow is better. Ugh, my whole worldview has been shattered. All right. Well, kind of wish I could find like a long string just sort of sitting here, or maybe several of them. Might be better. No, I think it's definitely better for the purpose, at least, of cutting cutting through the cop zombies' armor. But otherwise, I'm a little dubious. Okay, inhaler. Adderall in a prison? I guess that makes sense. Huh, okay. What's this now? There's a safe. How do you crack a safe, I wonder? I assume that improvised lockpicks are not going to work on a safe. It's too heavy for me to move, although that might not be the case if I had higher strength. Watch there just be money in here, some stupid thing we don't need. I mean, presumably with a welder we could... Well, wait a minute, we can cut metal with a toolbox, right? Cut metal. You can't cut that. Uh-huh. So perhaps with a welder, I guess? I wonder what could possibly be in the safe. I bet it's, you know, what would be really nice is if it was guns. You know? Let's check in here a little bit. We've already been in here. Okay. I think I will come back with a regular crossbow. The repeater is probably ideal for fighting small game. You know, like that beaver, but speaking of which, let's grab that corpse. If I can find it. Nope, we're gonna have to drag it. But we've killed all the really annoying zombies that were making the most noise, so less interruptions, you see. I wonder if we're going to take freezing damage here. You need a stethoscope for safe cracking. Interesting. Do I have a towel somewhere? Okay, I'm at a loss as to where my towel went. We had one, and now we don't. Like, I'm looking for... Oh no, there it is. So bloated, man. So many things. Hey, Sinchi, is this a new roguelike that you're trying out? Yeah, I mean, I've done a couple sessions of this so far, but yeah, this is Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. It's kind of a sandbox game a little bit. There's also challenging, though, in terms of, like, you can definitely die, and you will die in exciting ways. We started as a very morbidly obese prisoner on an island. So we're doing okay for ourselves so far, in terms of the fact that we're not dead, but we're doing bad in terms of the fact that, well, I have 2 broken legs. But yeah, forget cracking the safe. Shouldn't you be able to just, like, crack the thing open with welding or something? I mean, okay, I can, if I wanted to, I could cook up some food, but I'm obese, so I have to wonder if I should even be feeding myself at all. It is tempting, though, to taste some tasty beaver. Wait, that sounds lewd. It's unintended, I assure you. The raw pelts are kind of handy. I'd like to cure those, but we have no salt water, is the thing. Or saline solution, or salt, so that's probably just not going to happen. Can we make the cracklins? Hell yeah, we can make the cracklins. We can also make lard. Wait, can we not make lard? We're not skilled enough at cooking to make lard. I want cooking oil. We can do cool things with cooking oil, so let's at least turn the fat into that. If I remember correctly, I did a little test run where I tested some of this stuff. And I think I remember being able to use cooking oil for, like, fuel for something. You can also just drink cooking oil, but I can't imagine that's very good for you. Let's put this in the copper pot, I guess. You can make it into lamp oil. Okay. That seems like a pretty good use. Okay, so we really would like, if possible, we would like to get that crossbow together. I could disassemble the repeating crossbow, but I kind of like it. So I think I'm going to leave that down here, just in case we want to use it elsewhere. Pick up the metal bolts. So yeah, there's a lot of crafting in this game, Senshi, as you can see. Quite a lot of crafting. 1 in 27,000 chance to open the safe by examining it. See, that grinds my gears a little bit, because now I know that's possible. So if I was left to my own devices and I was just trying to do things optimally, which if you've ever seen my DCSS videos, you know I'm always trying to do the optimal thing. It's actually optimal to just sit there dicking around for 40 million years. This to me is the opposite of good game design. It should not, yeah, exactly, like it should not encourage you to basically make a macro or to turn yourself into a human macro, you know. But yeah, no, I get it. I get what's happening. I understand. It's just, it's silly. I mean, don't you guys think that's silly? I think that's silly. Our dude is dead tired. I think we're gonna pop on the blindfold and go to sleep. So we want to cut up enough rags that we have enough thread to make enough long strings that we can get that crossbow together. You think it's funny? I mean, it is funny, but like, you got to pay attention to these things when you're talking about game design, man. Like, you really have to think about what am I incentivizing my player to do, and is this thing going to lead him to having a good time, you know? And insofar as the answer, or whenever the answer is no, you have to decide if there's a particularly good reason why you're forcing your player or basically incentivizing your player to do something that's not fun. A perfect example is what's happening right now, where I don't know if you realize this, but I'm manually making my guy go back to sleep 6, 7, 8, 9 times just because he happens to be sick and he's waking up. You know, clearly there should be an interface fix for this, right? Some people like playing the lottery. That's fair. You sure like to cough heavily in your sleep. Yeah. My dude happens to be sick right now. See, he has the common cold. So one of the reasons I'm streaming this game is I want to, I don't know, it's kind of like any roguelike. I want to talk about game design. You know, it's a good engine to talk about. It's a good like vehicle for talking about game design because there's so many things that are done wrong in this game. And there's a lot of things that are done right as well, to be fair. And by the way, I wanted to say Lord of All Cheeses, that's a legitimate, you know, not everybody wants to play the same type of game, and I definitely acknowledge there is such a thing as like a lottery mechanic, and people, that's psychologically, that's hugely powerful. A lot of people love that stuff. In fact, I think almost everybody likes that stuff, whether they want to admit it or not. I just wonder if there is a way, like a better way to do it, you know. Because there's a way to play, like, you know, you're playing the lottery fine, but there's a way to do that that is not tedious as hell. Do you get what I'm saying? Like okay, here's a hypothetical. Let's say there's like a location in the game that is incredibly dangerous to go into, but you can get really easy rewards from it if you get lucky. You know, a totally optional area, of course. I wouldn't want to force RNG deaths on the player. And I would say that the rewards should be gettable in other ways, just they'd be harder. But that's the kind of lottery playing I think I'd be more comfortable with, not something where the player is just sort of brain dead, slamming his keyboard over and over. Like I'm pressing the E key, I'm examining the safe over and over. I mean, for the lottery mechanic, for luck, for gambling to have that really, oh wait, we're not tired anymore. For it to have that psychological effect that you want, there's got to be some risk. There's no risk in me sitting around slamming my finger into the E key for an hour straight in real life, you know. So I think it fails. I think the mechanic fails to do what you're suggesting. Okay, let's keep using our makeshift bandages on the parts of our body that are not broken as hell. One level of progress on my legs. Is that? Is it? I mean, I don't. I mean, I see these little symbols, but I'm only seeing the broken symbols. Oh wait, no, I see it. I see it. It's at the top right. Okay. There's a hashtag. There's a pound symbol. So I guess I need to get to 5 pound symbols to have unbroken legs. Man, our dude is a paraplegic for some time, I guess. That's that is a shame. That is a bit of a shame. Okay. Should I cook up the brains and the liver and the lung at least? I think I should. Even if my dude is fat, I think I should give him some tasty you know, maybe improve his health a bit. Eat the lung. He hasn't eaten in weeks, so although none of this is really improving my cooking. Oh, what's this now? Seasoned salt? Canned veggie? I guess we have... Wow, I guess we can make broth. A small reward for surviving through the hardships. Hell yeah. Well, this is good. I can make super glue. This is actually really useful. I wanna go ahead and do that. Because this, if I recall correctly, the super glue was important for me making something. That's one of the problems with having such a massive crafting system is you will, I don't know, you'll forget what it is that you were actually needing to craft the thing for, but you know you're going to need it at some point. So drop that super glue. We'll drop this super glue too. Here, super glue is really tasty. So I'm told. So you're right, I can actually make lamp oil with the cooking oil. I don't think we need to just yet, but that is kind of handy. Perhaps we can find a use for it. I hear you can make like a lamp oil fueled car, even, maybe. That'd be kind of cool. I guess that's endless fuel, really, as long as you can kill living things. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here, trying to cook things up and grind up my cooking skill. There's no reason to do that, really. Are there any enemies you can fight? Yeah, so there are. That's why our legs are broken. This is actually like a zombie apocalypse type deal. We started in this prison, this island prison, and I crafted a crossbow. You'll notice my dude is sort of outfitted in riot gear here, which I've scavenged from the prison. This is my jail cell where I'm living. My guy's a little bit, I guess you would say he's institutionalized. So he kind of just is living in his jail cell. But yeah, no, there's definitely, trust me, there's things in this game that can and will kill you. And I'll show you in a second. I wanted to make I have this repeating crossbow that I made. This is my big stack of guns with like no ammo. I wanted to make a regular crossbow. So let me just I need 3 long strings. So well, first of all, need some water. It seems really boring right now, I'm sure, because our legs are broken. That we kind of have to. Can I make jerky? No. Seems like a safe place, but not much for alternate exit routes. Well, I have this wacky little wheeled boat thing that I made that got us off the island. Like we took a few trips all the way up to this little city up here and raided this gun store, and that's where we got most of these firearms. Is there a first aid skill or magic? There is a mod with magic, actually. It's called Cataclysm, and there is a separate mod called Arcana, which adds a different kind of magic. I am playing with neither of those mods right now, but maybe I could play with it next time. There is a first aid skill. Your skills are all at the bottom left of this screen, and the higher your first aid is, the faster you will heal with bandages. Not sure if you're broken, but if you let something get broken, I'm not sure if, you know, I'm not sure if that heals faster if you have high first aid. I doubt it, but maybe. Um, anyway, let's disassemble like a whoops. Let's disassemble like a bunch of rags. Because if we do that, we'll have all the thread we'll need. And the purpose of that is we really want to we really want to get those long strings together so we can make that crossbow, and then I'll go pop some zombies, I guess. Take a note from Fallout: inject some drugs into your broken legs, and they're as good as new. Yeah. Well, the game definitely encourages you to be a gigantic pussy, so to speak, because like if you make a single mistake in combat with the zombies, you're probably going to die. It seems like, particularly the stamina system. Like if your stamina gets low enough, and you're in combat with the. Okay, we're dead tired. We gotta sleep. If you're in combat with just about anything, it's gonna get like, what is it, 4 turns for every turn that you get, and so you're gonna get devoured really quickly, and that's kind of how this happened to us. I got the hell beaten out of me by a zombie dog, and then I kind of got some hypothermia action going, which broke my legs. Sounds brutally punishing. It kind of is. Of course, if you start the game with certain skills, you can start out as a really strong combat guy, and be pretty hard to kill. There's one start called the Bionic Monster where you have like, Wolverine claws, I guess, and it's like a super heavy combat start. It's just kind of interesting. So that's one where it's like you're not going to have a lot of trouble, at least in the early game, you know, um, surviving. Okay, a few more rags and we should be good to make the crossbow, and then I'll show off combat a little bit. Although I'll be doing it in the most cowardly way imaginable, which is shooting things from outside the bars. I need to sleep a little more. But yeah, I mean, from a game design standpoint, I've been talking about how I think this, I think CDDA is a little bit confused about what it wants to be. It's somewhere in between sort of a really cozy, sort of sandboxy Minecraft kind of game, and then it's also equally far away from and equally close to being like some kind of survival horror game that requires a bunch of skill to play. Um, yeah, I mean it is a sandbox. At least I think it wants to be a sandbox, but at the same time, look at the way the development is going. I don't think it wants to be a sandbox, or at least I don't think Kevin, the head developer, or the other devs on the team, I don't think they want the game to be a sandbox, and that's fine. But right now it's just sort of this interesting little Frankenstein game where it's got components of different genres, and in some places it works, in other places I don't think it works so well. Um, I mean, if you're playing a sandbox game, do you want to play like a cozy relaxation kind of like Minecraft game, but then do you also want to like die and lose everything that your character has in an instant because you took one step too close to a turret? You know, Dwarf Fortress levels of fun, complexity, and intuitive hedge maze. Yeah, kinda. Definitely with the crafting system, there's some deep complexity to it, or at least some um, heft, I guess. I don't know if heft is the same thing as complexity. I mean, there's a lot of things to craft. I'll say that much. Um, Although a lot of times, I mean, if you want to actually navigate the crafting system, 9 times out of 10, it is like both easier and more fun to go scavenge for the stuff that you're missing than to try to actually navigate the crafting system to get to the thing you want to make. And that's a design decision, and it's not necessarily one that I disagree with. It makes sense, you know, in a post-apocalypse or whatever, you want to go find that hacksaw rather than try to make it yourself. You know, it doesn't make sense really to try to make a hacksaw from scratch when there's obviously there's going to be some available somewhere, you know. But I don't know. I think there's just it's just interesting. This game feels like it could be a lot better. I think there's a lot of promise here. I mean, it's a work in progress, is the thing, so it probably will be a lot better. Um, you know, but I think it needs to. I think that what the devs, if they really want to take this thing to the next level, what they really need to do is I think that they need to make a like they need to sit down and have a discussion about what kind of game this is supposed to be. You need to spice up these magic books that teach you everything. Yeah, sure. That is perhaps one of the problems with the game is like the books. I mean the actual life cycle of a CDDA character involves an awful lot of sitting around crafting things and reading books. Um, yeah, essentially, if you go into this game expecting something that's similar to DCSS, I think you're going to be disappointed. You can kind of sort of treat it like DCSS. You know, you could start with like a laboratory start where you're like you're a like an experimental sort of victim in this very unethical laboratory. But at the same time, to survive that start, you need to do a bunch of craftings usually. So, alchemist? No, no, no. I'm talking about like a science lab. You'll see what I mean if you play the game. Um, anyway, it is night time. Can we make long strings yet? Yes, but let's get back to bed. Wait until we have some daylight. Okay, we're using this flashlight. We're not actually tired anymore. My dude's sleep schedule is completely and totally wrecked. Oh man, I used up a bunch of my batteries on the flashlight. Whoops. It's cool. We have more batteries to put into it. So you can see, you know, what a chore it is just to like I just want to make a single item, which is this crossbow. It was a whole thing to get there. Thankfully, here we are. We're making it now. We make the crossbow. We wield the crossbow. We reload the crossbow. And we're going to go kill some zombies. Let's unload the flashlight. Let's reload it with the ultralight disposable battery, I guess. So Dinah's playing Sword of the Stars. The Pit yesterday. Looks more your style. Get bored of sandbox games fairly quickly. Well, I mean, I will admit that the thing that really attracts me to this game is the non-sandbox elements. I really like, okay, things that I like about CDDA. I really like the story. You know, there's a certain amount of depth here. They've pulled from a few different sources that are really interesting. A lot of Lovecraftian type stuff. They have a certain amount of, you know, homebrew stuff. Like I don't know how much you guys care about spoilers, but the zombies are not exactly zombies. Um, like there's this very interesting, very creepy sort of extra dimensional thing going on here, and kind of a deep lore of you know, it's like aliens are basically fighting over Earth, and so like the lore of the game is interesting to me. Um, okay, boom, the metal bolt with the crossbow is indeed doing damage through the Kevlar vest or whatever. Sadly, we're going to need to keep our flashlight on though. Just keep reloading. But hey, we're training rifles technically with this crossbow now. 1%. Wait, we're level 1, 32%. Fire once, 34%. Not bad. We lockpick. Pick the bolts out of his hide. Oh, hell yeah. That's a two-way radio. I don't really know what radios are for. You can turn them on and hear static. We're just going to unload that baby for the battery inside of it, because that's all I care about. Maybe I'll disassemble it later. Get some free stuff out of it, who knows. Are those zombie bodies? Yes, they are. This was a cop, zombie cop. He had like Kevlar on. Well, he had a riot helmet on anyway. Sports novel on the bed. We don't need any of this stuff really. Some game bolts, whatever. But yeah, I've been fighting my way through this prison for some time. I'm going to use up these game bolts, I think. The metal ones are better, but if we have these, we might as well use them. But yeah, these guys, we're pretty much safe from them on the other side of these bars. Zombies can break an awful lot of stuff. They can break windows, they can break any non-metal door. And later on, the zombies, if I understand correctly, they will evolve into stronger zombies that just do not give a shit and will kill you under almost all circumstances. So I guess we'll see that when we come to it if we survive. It is like shooting fish in a barrel. This is one of the few locations in the game where that's really easy to do. We're pulping the corpses. That means we're basically smashing the heads of the corpses so that they can't revive again. Hey, there's a Playboy, just for fun. There's a Remington, a shotgun. That's pretty cool. It even has bullets, which is generally the main limiter on guns. Is not the fact that you don't have a gun, it's the fact that you don't have bullets. Fun. Well, morale is important in this game. If your morale gets too low, your dude gets depressed, and just won't do anything, which is a big shame for everyone. What is this? Morphine. All right, very unrealistic. Oh wait, maybe it is realistic. Maybe this is like prison drugs. There's morphine in this prison bed. Looking at a naked woman raises morale. I mean, I imagine it does for some people, right? Probably not everybody, but I mean, I'm no expert, but I feel like that could raise your spirits a little bit. Yeah, it's funny because they kind of describe it as like a back massager or something, Donimo. But if you look at the tile that is in the dead people tiles or whatever tile set, they've definitely gone in a different direction. Take the bolts out of this corpse, smash the corpse. These beds are going to be really handy if I want to get like a ton of rags. Ha ha, Senshi. I wish I could automatically reload. I mean, that seems like it would be pretty good, right? For something that only has one. Like, this is just these little interface things. You can improve the game immensely just with unscrewing the interface. To me, that seems like it would be the biggest priority. I mean, if it was my game, that's the kind of change I would really suggest people. The kind of PRs I'd really ask people to write. You know. Of course, that's not the kind of thing anybody wants to write. Everybody wants to put their special little monster in the game, their special little zone in the game. This is just how open source development goes. It's like herding cats, you know, good luck getting them to go in the direction that you want them to. I know, I'm using R to reload. It just, you know, I'd like to reload automatically after every shot. There's an electric blanket here. I wonder if that's worth deconstructing. Pick up this cash card. All right, we have an H&K. And that is a brand of firearm. We apparently have another submachine gun here, so that's good. Heckler and Koch, I believe. Okay, so we'll kill the rest of these guys. It's going to be great to get these things out of the prison. We won't have to hear them shuffling around anymore anytime we're close by, trying to haul things. Noise is hugely important in this game. If you are dumb enough to shoot off a firearm in the middle of the town, you will probably have a lot of zombies coming to show you why that was a bad idea. So I like that. One thing I don't like about it is that I mean, again, interface problems. If there's like any noise happening anywhere around you, your dude just doesn't want to do anything. It'll say, well, you heard a fly buzzing 4 miles away. Are you sure you want to keep crafting? You know, you heard a baby crying. Are you sure that you want to go to bed? You know, so it's kind of frustrating. If I had a zombie, I don't know if you were here for this, but earlier I was trying to sleep and there was a zombie just like outside around here, completely incapable of harming me. But my dude was trying to sleep over here, and it's like, hey, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? It's very, very frustrating. I would want to stop crafting if I heard a baby crying. All right, fair enough. Maybe my examples are not the best, but I mean, you get the point, though, right? I mean, that's true, though. I guess a baby crying would be pretty annoying. I'm one of those people where, like, I mean, more power to people who want to have kids, and I probably want to have kids at some point, but babies crying, it's very frustrating for me. Particularly if I'm in like a restaurant or something. It's, what is this now? A locksmith kit. Is that going to let me open up these locks easier? I mean, I'm going to see if I can. I mean, there's no way it's going to let me open up that safe, but I have to try. It's interesting that we just found that. Somebody was planning a prison break, I guess. Locksmith kit. Am I blind? What happened to it? Okay, it's in the inventory. I really love it when people bring newborns to the movies and they cry throughout the whole thing. Yeah, like on one hand, I get it. You have a kid, you don't want to, you know, oh, it's right here. You don't want to spend money on a babysitter or whatever, or you don't, you know, you want to be with your kid, but it's like you're kind of subjecting everybody else to that a little bit. Speed up inventory management by assigning hotkeys. Yeah, I might very well do that here in a minute. I kind of would rather play with that off stream probably, just because it's probably a little tedious to watch. Then again, look at what I'm doing. Let's just kill all these zombies. Completely worth it. You know, I think it's possible for a laboratory to spawn on an island prison or any kind of prison. So if we're lucky, or perhaps unlucky, we may be sitting right on top of some super duper endgame content. I doubt it. It's probably not possible for the one that you start with, but alright. This is weird. If I press the A button, I don't, oh wait, no, there it is, locksmith kit. Hell, it just opens. Maybe it's guaranteed. That's pretty useful. I guess we can probably drop our makeshift lockpicks. Oh, we got a copy of the Talmud here. I guess we had a Jewish prisoner. Or maybe he just really wanted to read the Talmud. Okay, locksmith kit. Bolt. There's a taser there. Two-way radio. Again, we want the battery. Sadly, not a medium battery. We'd really prefer to have those because I think that's what my electric tonfa uses. It's not guaranteed. It's just a better quality tool. Well, my question is it guaranteed not to get hurt? You know, because the makeshift lockpicks get broken as I use them. So if I could avoid that, that means I could drop my makeshift, improvised lockpicks forever. In fact, I'm going to do that, and we'll just see if it gets injured. Then yeah, it just failed to pick the lock. But oh, damaged the tool. Okay. All right. I cannot drop my lockpicks. It has durability, but you can repair it. I wonder what that requires. I bet it requires something that I don't have, like welding. Repaired with extended tool set, welder, or makeshift welder. Blah. The makeshift welder requires, oh hey, we know what time it is now. We have a smartphone. Somebody smuggled a smartphone into the prison. That's definitely contraband. Okay, I'm just looking around at the items here. Forgot to grab my bolts off this corpse. I think we've killed every last zombie on the island, right? Maybe. The Legend of Fat Bastard. Slayer of prison zombies. That's the yard. This is the dog area. The kennel, I guess. Whatever the showers are. Are there no showers in this prison? Huh. I am at a loss as to where those could be. An entire private island now. Hell yeah. Well, my favorite part about this island actually is the rooftop. You know, I could possibly build a little bridge to the main building and then like live on the roof. Could be interesting. Sort of unnecessary though. It's next to the laundry, huh? Well, this is the laundry. I mean, this up here I thought was the shower at first. But all I see in there is like a plastic bowl. So that tells me it's fiber mat as well. I wonder. I'm going to deconstruct the fiber mat. 12 withered plants, plant fiber 100. That could be really handy. The map is procedurally generated, but it's kind of the same way DCSS does it, where DCSS calls them vaults. Every single island prison is going to look pretty damn similar, but it might be rotated. The rooms might be, I think, in a different layout. But like you're always going to have certain sections. Like I think you're always going to have a laundry. You're probably always going to have a kennel. I'm told that the shower is directly left of the laundry. Well, this is the laundry down below where I'm at now. So directly left is in here. This doesn't really look like a shower to me. Directly left of the laundry. Huh. I mean, I guess this could be the shower. But I see like fridges and things. Walk right. This room right here. Because this is... Oh, these are showers. I am blind. Okay, I'll tell you why I was confused. These things are dryers. I thought these were washing machines over here. Alright. Well, there's no reason for me to... I was thinking about disassembling a shower, but I don't think there's anything in there that I need. Alright, so we've cleared our island. That's a significant milestone, I think. We're also down to obese from very obese. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you look at the top right, 2 pips. 2 pips of healing on my poor broken legs. And also, I'm almost entirely healed on the rest of my body. Let's use some bandages to celebrate. So yeah, our dude's, life is looking up for Fat Bastard, which is his given name, by the way. His actual name. So I don't know. I think what our dude should do is just keep on learning the ways. Keep on learning the ways of mechanics, I guess. Keep on sleeping a lot. Oh, we can set alarms now. So once you get a cell phone or anything like that, and it doesn't use power to do this, which is the best part about it, you can set an alarm when you go to sleep, and then you can wake up. How do you get food on the island? Well, we've been so obese that we haven't really needed to bother getting food. But there was a beaver. I ate his lungs. That was tasty. He was just sort of on the island. But I think that there's like small game like that will come by every so often. I've seen about 1 billion fish out there. I have no idea how to catch them, but I might be able to use my crossbow, maybe. I don't know if they'll sink in the water after you kill them, but I don't think so, because I've seen like bird poops just sort of floating on the water. So if that happens with that item, I assume it happens with like dead fish as well. So that'd be okay. If I could get my boat kind of moving a little faster, maybe with an engine of some sort, perhaps we could just like run right up on the fish and shoot them with like a crossbow with game arrows. That would be pretty ideal. There's no water Z levels. That's pretty good. Although I thought, well, okay, explain something to me. If there's no water Z levels, if you take, I know for a fact because I tested this, if you take a boat out on the water and it's too heavy, your boat will sink. So, also, I mean, there's Z levels, sort of. I can hit the down, and it's fully black for my character, but this is up. I go down, and then I go down again, like I can't see anything, but there's definitely Z levels of a sort. Okay. But yeah, my guy's weight loss plan has essentially consisted of drinking a lot of water and eating nothing. You have to boil your water before you drink it in this game, or you will get very sick. And boy, our character cannot really stomach being sick right now. This is interesting. It says mostly recovered, but if you look at the top right, I only see 2 pound symbols, and I assume it has to go all the way to 5. So I don't know, maybe when it gets to the 3rd one, it heals up? Who knows? Somehow, despite having 2 broken legs, we feel like life is good. Probably because my dude is 1, comfy, and 2, he lit a fire and he's a pyromaniac. So we selected, it's kind of interesting, we picked a lot of traits on this dude. I min-maxed him a little bit. He is a pyromaniac, so he gets joy from setting fires. And the obesity thing we picked, but that goes away as the game goes on and you don't overeat. This is still the really big dude, Ninja Joe. He is down to obese, though. He used to be morbidly obese, then he became very obese, and now he is merely obese. And pretty soon he's going to be overweight. He's on the broken legs water-only diet. It's a very dangerous way to lose weight, but oh hell yeah, we can get our driving skill up, but our driving is already 1, so that does nothing for us. So we'll drop Top Gear magazine. Broken legs. Well, I mean, okay, I'm gonna admit the broken legs thing was not on purpose. Both of my legs are broken, and the joke was that he's so fat that he broke his legs just from being fat, but that is absolutely not what happened. I got bitten half to death by a zombie dog, and then, well, that was pretty much it. I went into my little prison cell. I had almost broken legs. It was quite cold, and for some reason, being cold in this game, the result of having hypothermia is that your legs break. So, or whatever limb is too cold breaks. Because what happened is, here's why I was so cold. I didn't realize this, but the zombie dog ripped my pants right off of me. So my pants got destroyed. I was running around in boxer shorts, and I got too cold, and then my legs broke from being cold. So this is a very realistic game. Realism is taken very seriously in this game. I'm glad. I'm glad that my legs broke from being too cold. Happens to me all the time in real life. Just last week, my legs broke because I went out and it was raining a little bit, you know. It was a little chilly outside, and wouldn't you know it, just like I heard these 2 snaps, boom, legs gone. Basically a monthly occurrence for me, minimum once a month. So maybe I should watch out for that. Maybe I should knit myself some leg warmers. It's too dark to read. This is fine. Let's just put our dude to sleep. It would help if our dude did not have the common cold. We are completely out of cough syrup. It was very lucky that we found the cough syrup in our last trip to the mainland. But sadly, we have no such thing anymore. nice Pepe there. Except that's not Pepe, that's just a generic frog. Do not sue. Yeah, okay, so we started as a prisoner on an island prison. So I'll show you the overland map in a second. This is there's a few different kinds of prisons. You can start in a regular prison. I chose the island prison start because 1 gives more points and 2 is considered more of a challenge, even though maybe it's not. So we've, slowly but effectively cleared out this island of all its very dangerous inhabitants, and so we're basically alone. Here's our prison. Here's our prison island right here. The P's represent the prison. Now, if I look, we see that the generation didn't work too well. By the way, this is sepia toned because we can't see it right now. But yeah, you can see this is really not that far to swim. Usually there's maybe like five times this amount of water to go through. Nevertheless, we made this crappy little 4-wheeled boat bicycle thing with a bicycle. We kind of nailed a bicycle cart to the vehicle. So this is our crappy little Flintstones boatmobile, which ideally we're going to sort of add a solar panel to it and some kind of motor, some kind of engine. I have no idea how any of that crap works, but we're going to try to figure it out. We're going to try to make it work at some point. Luckily, I found this crazy-ass book which takes my mechanics nearly to maximum. So we're essentially, while our legs are broken as hell, we are just sort of staying inside and reading a lot while our legs heal, and taking our mechanics super, super high. No solar panel, foot power will get you to not obese quick. See, I have to wonder about that. Like, burning through your stamina really should make you not obese faster. And I did notice, I mean, maybe this is actually how it works, because I did notice that that like it seemed like my weight was dropping faster when I was making trips to the mainland, where my dude had to like physically power the oars of the boat, which was cutting my stamina down like crazy. But that could have just been a coincidence. And yes, Senshi, you can turn yourself into a cyborg. This character is not. He doesn't have any bionics right now, but it's definitely possible. I'm playing with a mod called Safe Auto Dock because in the baseline or in the mainline game, you can just kind of randomly die from installing bionics, which of course I think is no fun at all. So I mean, I would recommend that you use that if you're going to play this. Also, it's like really, really late game content, so unless you start in a laboratory, I don't think you'll get to experience bionics very, very soon. I do believe you burn more calories by being more active like that. I can respect that. That makes logical sense to me. All right, we're reading Internal Combustion Fundamentals. We're gonna get to that level 8. We're so close. Not sure why we're still sick, but whatever. You increase mechanics to 8. Hell yeah. So what does this actually do for us, I wonder? Unfortunately, I know it has recipes in it, but I don't know how to actually see what those recipes are. I know that if I drop it, I can craft it as long as it's nearby. Yeah, the maximum skill level I think is 10, but I'm not 100% positive on that. What I can do is I can search for things with a mechanics primary mechanics skill. Number 9, what's this? Huge steel knife. Has been modified with a fuel tank, insulated handguard, and ignition system. Jesus, it's a fire sword? Okay. Anyway, we are the mechanics master over here. A katana. What is this? The Rising Sun. It's a katana with a fire attachment with, I guess, gasoline. It's wild. Everything in gray is the stuff that I don't have. I can make all this stuff, but the gray stuff is the stuff I don't have the materials to make right now. So I'm just kind of looking around. Manual auto shotgun, really interesting. Wow. Firebrand. Whoever made these items was obsessed with flaming weaponry. Anyway, yeah, we need a welder, and I guess we need some welding goggles. Manual auto shotgun sounds like a double negative. It does, doesn't it? That does sound a bit, curious. Fire is bad for zombies, so it makes sense. Is that true in the lore of CDDA? I didn't know that. I know fire is really bad for the funguses. You can burn down like a whole field of fungi really easily in this game. Alright, check it out. We want to make that makeshift welder, and we have the stuff for it, so let's just do that. So boom, we have a makeshift welder. Let's drop all of our batteries. Wield the makeshift welder. So we have no ability to reload it. For some reason this thing, it's just automatically, it needs a medium battery. Oh, and zombie lore in general. Oh, fair enough. That's true. So this welder, this is the barrier to making good vehicles. Like, you need the welder to do almost anything with metal. So it's really, really obnoxious. I know that there are battery mods that allow you to like change an item like this to use a different kind of battery. But we don't have high enough electronics to make that happen. So I could either cheese that up by like building a bunch of antennae, welder most powerful item in the game. Yeah, pretty much, as far as I can tell. I could either cheese up my electronics to make those mods, which I'm sure nobody wants to see, or I can go hunting. I can go hunting for a book of electronics, which will make things a lot faster, which I think I'm more inclined to do. Drop this funnel. I think I'll drop this Ruger Mini, actually, since it's almost empty anyway. You know what I forgot to do? Is there was It's a shotgun or something, wasn't there? Did I actually get those? Or was it all the way up here? Yeah, there it is. I'm going to drag these back to our little hoarder house here. People somehow play this game without hoarding items, but I am at a loss. I am at a loss as to how they do it. I can't imagine. I am walking around with 2 broken legs. I have a splint on my left leg, and I have a splint on my right leg. So I don't have crutches. I don't think it's even possible to make crutches. It always ends in hoarding. Yeah, I mean, who's that guy, Vormithrax or whatever? I was watching his stream the other day. He seems to be like the #1 CDDA streamer, and he wasn't doing too much hoarding. So like, big props to him. That seems to be the way I would say to make this. If you were going to make this game entertaining to watch on stream, you really got to avoid the hoarding, I think, as much as possible. And I can't imagine I'm doing the best job at that right now. So sorry, but I don't know. I don't know. Check it out. I'm going to drop my game bolts here. Maybe if I get better, I'll be able to do that. Okay, we want to drop the Remington ammo, 223. So we have the rifle with us. That's our sort of emergency weapon. We have the crossbow, which should kill just about everything. I tell you, I'm tempted to raid this mansion. It's gonna have like a billion. I mean, I know it's gonna have like a billion zombies in it. Because the thing is, we can't without a working welder. Without a working welder, I don't think there's really much we can do to our wacky little boat, you know. But the real question is, do I dare? Do I dare go out there with 2 broken legs? Like, I know that I should probably just like keep sleeping it off. My dude's actually tired right now. I mean, 2 broken legs and my dude has a cold. Like, do we really want to go and take the risk? I mean, I have sweet ranged weaponry, and I have that vehicle, but the vehicle is stamina powered, so, and it also can't turn because I don't have the right wheels on it. You'll probably get hypothermia or something. That's the thing, is I don't know, I don't think I have the right equipment either to stay uncold. The last time we left the island, we basically almost died. Do you really want to live forever? Yes. Maybe, yes. I think so. Okay, we're not tired anymore. We'll stop trying to sleep. I mean, I really hope that my legs are fully healed when they get done. Like, it's going to be insult to injury if these things get unbroken and then are like almost broken again as soon as they heal. I'm going to be a little bit pissed off if that's how that works. That's pretty annoying if that's how it works. But I'm going to reserve my annoyance. We'll see. We'll see if that's how it works. Anyway, yeah, we need to cover our pants slot a little bit more. Like, it's kind of weird because we're wearing 2 pairs of leg warmers. 2 pairs of leg warmers, and then we're also wearing a pair of pants, although it's a poor fit, I guess. You would think that our warmth on our legs would be just fine, but it's still in the blue range. So, striped pants, poor fit. I wonder if I can just clean these, I guess. It's poor fit, though. What a shame. Poor fit because you used to be morbidly obese. Well, some items are just poor fit. I don't think it's taking any of that into account, any of my obesity into account, but maybe. I think it's just sort of random. I know that you can get mutations that make you awkwardly sized or whatever. but that's totally different. Where is the washboard? We're going to clean the pants. Okay, we're going to wear these striped pants. Okay, we're encumbered, but we're a lot warmer now, so we're wearing 2 pairs of pants. And, yeah, alright, I'll take it, I guess. Okay, let's use our sewing kit, actually, and repair some of our stuff. So let's start with the poor fit. I wonder if I can turn it into a good fit, you know. The broken status makes them even colder, if I remember right. That would explain an awful lot, I think. Repeat until fully repaired. Sounds good. You damage your pants, poor fit. Did I just destroy my pants? Son of a bitch. I suck so badly. I suck so badly at pouring. At knitting, or at tailoring, I guess is the skill? Tailoring? Well, we're level 2 at it. How bad could we possibly be? But we managed to, like, instead of fixing it, we repaired it once, and then we damaged it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and then it just got destroyed. And now our legs are cold again. Wow. Exciting narratives here. CDDA, a game of pants. Wow. I guess I could go hunt down some more pants from somewhere. No, we're wearing pants. We're wearing 2 pairs of leg warmers and a pair of pants right now, but our legs are just so damn cold. We need to have a pants party where we get as many pants as possible. Compression shorts. How can you shred a pair of pants with just a needle and thread? Yeah, it's not particularly realistic, is it? Striped pants, poor fit. Can I at least hunt myself down a pair of pants that's a decent fit? Pants, poor fit. I can't get a decent pair of pants to save my damn life. Cargo pants. Okay. I'll take the cargo pants. Hell yeah. Hopefully I still have enough soap to clean it, because it is filthy and my guy's pretty picky about what pants he will wear. Hell yeah. Alrighty. Is that a mechanic? Is what a mechanic? The filthiness? Yeah, anything that's been worn by a zombie is filthy. And what that means is that if you have the squeamish trait, which my guy has, he will refuse to wear filthy things. Now, in the ordinary game without this trait, you can wear filthy stuff, but if you get hit, then you run the risk of getting an infection. Now, no comment on whether this is a really dumb mechanic or not, but I guess you be the judge. All right, I'm gonna stop the stream before too long, but you know what? I think I'm gonna run. I don't know. I think I'm gonna check out the mansion. You know, we're not doing too badly, right? Let me make some water first so my guy feels full. But like we're nice and warm, we're cozy. Well, it says negative 37 on the legs now. If I get wet enough, am I gonna if I get wet enough, am I gonna have hypothermia again? Dare I ask? Okay, so the funny thing is with this clean water, I can just drink it instead of eating. And as long as I'm fat, I mean, I'll keep losing weight. Hey, good, it stopped raining. No, it didn't. Check it out. I'm gonna put a roof on this thing. Okay. Wooden roof. We need nails. I'm noticing that I can install the electronics control unit. I can also, interesting, I can install the medium storage battery. I could also install the solar panel. Alright, hold on a minute. We might be cooking with gas right now. Battery. Okay. Now where's the panel? Did I have I been cucked out of my solar panel? What happened here? I left a solar panel out and it just disappeared. I know I had a tonfa up here. Where could it have possibly gone? Did I drag it? Did I drag it back into my... I'm going to take this tonfa, by the way. Did I perhaps drag it back into my office? I doubt that. I'm going to be super annoyed if I went through the trouble of getting that thing and it just sort of like vanished from a bug or something. I mean, we can find more, but that is frustrating. I legitimately might just spawn one in if that happened. Yeah, it's just gone. Solar panel's gone. Can anybody think of a reason that would have happened? Like, I know we had it. Is it in my inventory, maybe? No? That's weird. That's really weird. Huh. It would definitely be out here. It was just I was leaving all my stuff. Yeah, I'm at his loss to explain that. Is the boat's basket empty? It is. It is empty. What a shame. What a shame. I wonder what could have happened there. We could be charging up the storage battery right now. A mystery. I don't know, guys. Am I cheating if I spawn in a solar panel? I mean, we had one, and it just mysteriously bugged out. I don't think there's any reason why items should just like vanish if you leave them on the ground. Like, there's no mechanic that's supposed to do that, right? I can just go hunt another one down, I guess, but man, what could have happened? It's so weird. And before I like watch the video and try to hunt down exactly what happened to my solar panel, I'm like 100% sure we had dropped it just in this sort of vicinity, this area here. It's weird. Huh. Because I was trying to see about how to install it. Or maybe, did we already install it on part of the vehicle? Surely no. No, we did not. Well, let's grab some nails before we go and at least put a roof on there. Curious if this thing is going to be seaworthy still with the weight of the battery inside. Take these nails with us. But no, even if the game has screwed us a bit, I think I will be legit and not spawn in the item that it took away from me. Because it is possible that I screwed up somehow. I don't think so, but it is possible. There's the seat. Wooden roof. Spotting all kinds of fish. Okay, so we're capable of being in here without it sinking, so that's cool. medium storage battery. Man. Huh. Well, even if we were charging it, I don't think we'd be able to necessarily go very fast or anything. Like we would still need a motor. We would still need to figure out how to actually make it provide, I guess thrust is the word I'm looking for. But hey, check it out. It's a shore we haven't been to before. quite a journey here. We're not dying of hypothermia, so that's cool. I'm a little surprised, but it doesn't seem like we're getting colder than negative 38. So I think we're going to be okay. I think you only need an engine for thrust right now. So if you have an engine and a battery, and I think you can use a motor instead of an engine, right? Hey, going in a straight line is working out pretty well for me right now, actually. This is pretty sick. There's nothing in my way. Oh, wait a minute. I better smash this. Don't want to risk the Malcolm Rose gaming. This precious vehicle. Okay, good. Let's wait until we catch our breath. Uh-oh, negative 41. What am I even gonna do if I start getting hypothermia again? Well, I guess I can. Oh yeah, we're not even as wet as we could possibly be. We probably shouldn't be out here. I guess that I brought a towel with me for this exact purpose, so I can make myself not wet anymore. I've turned my vehicle around so we can head right back towards the sea if need be, and now we can take a little look at, zombie, 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 zombie. I mean, this is the place, man. This is the mansion. This is the mansion where the fun starts. I can see quite far, actually. Well, what kind of items are on the ground? Just rocks? What do you think? Should I go out there? I'll let these guys come to me. If you look at the mini-map, I'm letting them approach. I have my crossbow, my trusty crossbow. Reloading takes a bit, but shooting doesn't take long at all. Which is kind of interesting. Your crossbow malfunctions. What? Oh god, we can't go very fast, can we? I forgot about this. Because our legs are broken. Press R or capital R to read. Oh, you mean without even going into the menu? That's cool. This is not so good. I want to wield the tonfa. This should be okay. We're doing good damage to him, yeah. That's really a little terrifying, though, the fact that that happened. Like, we don't have the ability to kite these dudes. And I mean, it makes sense. Both my legs are broken, and I'm trying to run away from zombies. I'm a zombie. I'm basically as maneuverable as a zombie right now. That makes 100% sense. So I probably shouldn't be out here doing this until my legs are better. We just killed 2 zombies, though. That's kind of sick. If we could just kill things a little faster, I think we'd be good to go. Take these bolts. Non-drowsy cough syrup. Hello, baby. That's helpful. There's a flyer. A soda advertisement. On the front is a picture of a happy couple on the beach watching the sunset. Between them are bottles of soda. The poster reads, Cascade Cola for those special moments. Okay. Okay, wait until catch your breath. Zombie spotted, that's fine. I don't think they're going to come this far. Yeah, we're not going past negative 41 on the leg coldness, so maybe we're okay. I just can't let them screw up my leg warmers. They kind of cut into my arm warmers a little bit. I tell you what we could do. This is what we should do. Some real vehicular power is what we're going to be doing. We can move fast in the Flintstones vehicle. Some real Stone Age ingenuity here. You get ready for this. Okay, I'm pressing R to reload. I see it brings up this menu. Bye, baby. Can I reload while I'm running away? Yeah, I think the repeater crossbow would be better. Bro, we can reload while we're running away. And we can shoot while running. Oh, this is so dumb. It's dumb, but I like it. Like this is the kind of thing that's dumb in a good way. I love this. It's ridiculous, and that's what makes it good. I know this is not intended. Pro gamer strats. Like there's no way this is what they want you to be doing. Whatever, man. I'm cool with it. So anyway, like the goal, you know, what would be beautiful is if we could clear out. And I think I agree, actually, by the way. I think the SMG crossbow would be better with the 10 shots. But once we, like, if we can keep doing this, our rifles and our marksmanship is going to go up. And I bet you we'll be, like, one-shotting these guys. Just with, like, really good headshots and stuff. Can you run over enemies with your car? Yes, you can build a deathmobile and crush dudes. Although our quote-unquote car is more like a rickety piece of crap that I've put together. Like, this is literally made of wood. There's like 2 wooden frames, boat hulls on the bottom, 4 little wooden cart wheels, and then some paddles, which inexplicably I'm also using to hand paddle. I mean, I think it's actually supposed to be like more like bicycle, you know, like more like a bicycle where I'm pedaling with my feet. But the hand paddles are supposed to be for the oars to use on the ocean, but or I guess on the lake or the river. But for some reason that works on the land too, is what I'm trying to say. So, whatever. Can you mount a 50 cal on your wagon? If I find a 50 cal, I can totally mount a turret on my crappy wagon. That's definitely a real option. But I mean, I do find it comical that this is muscle powered, and yet I can go so much faster in this thing. It makes sense, I guess, kind of, because it's, you know, you got the wheels or whatever. You know, it's the power of momentum. But I just find it funny that this is working so well, even with broken legs. This thing needs to get into range. It's trying to grab me. Look at this. This is amazing. Like, I really like the fact that I can shoot while running away. Like, imagine the visual of that. I'm basically in a Flintstones car, running with my feet, you know, in this wacky little cart, while shooting a crossbow. Maybe you pedal it with your hand. See, that doesn't make a lot of sense because I'm able to reload my crossbow at the same time, it seems like. So, I don't know about that. Maybe. That's negative 42. We need to get inside. But there's probably like a billion freaking zombies in here. Maybe I should just go back to my little cell for the time being, now that we've gotten a taste of the raw power that crossbow plus Flintstones technology affords us. So we're going to try going just a little bit slowly here. Even at 4 miles per hour, we wreck this dude. By the way, I'm not so sure that the roof on this thing is actually protecting me from the rain. I'm dexterous with my forearms. I bet you can get forearms in this game. The Big Book of First Aid. Check this out, boys and girls. We have, yeah, I think this is actually one of the best books for first aid. So we may become awesome at that in a minute. And there's a filthy backpack, which I'd like to have. That probably gives me a ton of space if I can clean it. There's also a joint if we want to smoke some marijuana, which I think gives me a lot of morale in this game, but of course it's addicting, so we're probably not going to do that. Let's take a look at the book. It can only bring your first aid skill to 3. Huh. We're already almost there. But it's better than nothing. And it gives us saline solution and antiseptic as recipes, so that's cool. Definitely helpful. We'll be taking that with us. Let's put that in our wire basket here, along with the backpack, I think. Oh, whoops. There's, I went a little bit closer than I meant to. But I mean, even 2 zombies really can't do a whole lot to me. Of course, you know, once zombies start to evolve, I think these kind of shenanigans don't work so well. This is outrageous. Of course, it would be perhaps a little less tedious if we could just kill these things in melee. And we could if we were, you know, I feel pretty solid, I think, about doing that if oh god, there's dudes coming. I'd feel a little more solid about doing that if my legs weren't broken. If you could steer this on land, you'd be so set. Well, that's what this mission is about, man. Because if I can clear this mansion or do something close to it, I bet you that we will find a medium battery, or a book perhaps that has, you know, some kind of electronics knowledge in it, which would be ideal, because if we can get that, then we can make the battery mod we need to make our welder functional. But like we can go backwards with this thing. That's kind of cool, I guess. Camera Pro, huh? Light battery. I don't know what we would possibly use a camera for in the apocalypse, but we can probably make use of the battery if I can find it in my inventory. Okay, so you're telling me I can go to the filter. I can hit inventory. I can filter. I can look for camera. But then I can't actually... Okay, there it is. Alright, never mind. I thought I couldn't make it go to the inventory, the actual inventory screen. Anyway, I see we have a vibrator, which perhaps could relieve stress by, you know, massaging my back. There's a laptop computer here. We don't really need that, I don't think. I know I didn't pulp at least one of these corpses, at least I thought I didn't. Bruised zombie corpse, yeah, there it is. I still can't believe this is working. How many zombies have we killed doing this? Take pictures of monsters and then transfer them to an e-ink PC with an SD card to create a bestiary. Really? That's kind of cool, I guess. So what? Clothing. I'll take a look at that book. That has all kinds of recipes in it, and it takes our tailoring to 3. Good. Good. That sounds handy. It's not the electronics book we want, but it is helpful. We're finding all kinds of goodies, and we're not even in the mansion yet. I think it's kind of a meme in this game that mansions have all kinds of crap in them. So, I mean, maybe this is just the power of the mansion. Although I think it's just we're getting lucky on the spawns that these zombies have. I'm not sure why there's so many people in the mansion. I mean, how much help could they really have? Were they having like a dinner party, perhaps? When the apocalypse hit? My accuracy seems pretty decent, by the way. Even in a moving vehicle, which is perhaps less accurate or less realistic. I mean, good luck hitting stuff out of a moving car. Then again, we're not really moving that fast. Alright. But anyway, I think this is really a good place to stop. We're pretty much got a lot done, so a lot done tonight. Looks like the character's getting kind of cold, so we may book it back to the island. We may push forward tomorrow and see what's actually going on in this mansion. It seems like there's going to be quite a lot of stuff. Through the windows, I see there's like a workout room, I guess. Here's some of those long strings I was always trying to get. Looks like there's some kind of little bar room in here. I mean, I guarantee you there's just tons of stuff in here. We're just not going to be able to see that much of it from the edge here. I'm forced to wonder exactly how many zombies are in here. I guess we'll find out. But I mean, I think the character can kill an unlimited number of zombies as long as he just doesn't start taking damage from being cold. As long as I'm conscientious about using this wacky little bicycle cart thing I've made. Kind of a wild way to deal with post-apocalyptic threats, but I guess it works. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for the night. I hope you guys enjoyed the 3rd session of the Legend of the Fat Bastard, but until next time, I am signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.